He's going to hate the intro music.
The camera needs going that way, don't it? It is, isn't it? It's like a nightclub.
Clean Boaty.
There you go. Good evening, my lovelies, and a very warm welcome to Monday Night Live, where, as usual, I will be coming live into your eyes and ears, direct from Windy Bum, here in the Peak District, in the fucking tricky things, words, aren't they? The Peak District National Park. However, as the more astute of you may have spotted, tonight I am not alone. I have two guests, stroke co-hosts, stroke, random pieces of humanitarian flotsam and jetsam that happen to be floating about outside. And they are also going to be, without your consent, coming into your eyes and your ears. And I would like to introduce them, starting with this splendid. Now, put your phone down. Look at them. Look them in the eye. They're paying good money for this.
Do we get the money that they send tonight?
That's true. We never discussed this, did we?
No.
20% each.
We'll talk about that afterwards, shall we? So now, this gentleman here. Now, this is Joe.
Yeah.
And Joe told me today that he's not entirely comfortable with people using his surname. Now, I wasn't aware of this, and I would like to apologise because apparently...
Getting me a bottle opener.
There you go. Oh, yeah. He needs a bottle opener.
Oh, right. Okay.
We're back. Sorry, the ghost took us.
Jason is Boaty is otherwise engaged in finding metal utility utensils. That's what I'm trying to say. Utensils to aid my beverage consumption.
Yeah, well, that one's broken. I'm going to have to
Tracy,
go
my
over here
surname
now.
is Cox, but the way he says it is like Cox. So it's banned tonight. It's banned.
That's absolutely correct. There you go. You can use that. The surname Cox is banned, and today, to spare my lovely friend's blushes here, I will be referring to Joe by a pseudonym, and I'm going to call him Joe Wobbledick. So, a very good evening to you, to Joe Wobbledick, and I would like to introduce you to my lovely viewers. Let's get that out of shot and look a little bit professional. We don't want a tin opener in there. What's that now? Oh, that's tough as well. Yeah, I need new candles. They're kind of not entirely working. And our second guest, you can't even see him. For Christ's sake, you people, what's the matter with you?
Try putting them up there, if that wire will reach.
All right. Who's the professional here?
Well, no, we're on a wonk.
Oh my God!
Look, you're in transit.
Your cable's not big enough.
Oh, it will be. The cables come from over here. Look, feed that through there. Make yourself useful, boy.
Yes, sir. Having technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, for reasons that will become apparent, we kind of didn't have time to do a practice run at this. Now, hold on. I'll just plug you back in. Right, you're plugged in now, so you've got absolutely nothing to complain about. So if I put you up here... Christ almighty, you're on an almighty wonk there. Well, I mean, I don't know what you're thinking about.
Wonking. Wonking's the new staying in.
There you go.
We're on a little bit of wonk, go that way. Oh, that's fine.
What's that? What kind of... Hang on, let me assess this. I'm the chief wonker here. Right, that'll do. That'll do. I will do that.
Perfect.
Right, can everybody still hear me? Am I projecting sufficiently? Right, well, thank you for all of the interruptions. Now that you're all beveraged up...
Hang on, we've got a request from Tracy.
What do you mean we've got a... Well, she'll have to wait.
Point it down a bit, she says.
Yeah, it's not the first time you said that, is it, darling? Nothing worse than when it goes in your eye, sweetheart. We all know about that. Now then, if I may now be permitted to introduce our second co-host guest, who you can...
Just
look,
about
wonk
see.
it round a bit. Wonk it round so I'm right on the edge. There you go.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I thought it was thunder and lightning then.
There you go. Right, so I can now introduce the man who you can now see, which is, of course, I mean, you know him. I've Googled him, so you don't have to. It is the lovely Simon of the community YouTube channel Smashing Bristols, which I can only imagine was named in honour of Alanis Morissette at the peak of her bristoling powers, which I would argue would be at about the age of 31.
Yeah.
Simon, when would you say peak Morissette was reached?
I'd probably say about 31. And is that why she wrote Head Over Feet? Because they were that big?
Well, no, she wrote that one back when she was 19.
Maybe they got smaller than the older she got.
Yes, well, that's enough of Morissette's crystals. That's a very interesting watch you're wearing there, Joe.
Is it? It's the
Yeah.
smartwatch.
Is it?
Yeah.
How
Is it
smart
really?
is it?
The new one.
Has it got a picture of my car on your watch?
No, mine's got...
Yeah, mate.
Sorry.
Right, I apologise for the boring nature of that element of the live stream. Let's get on to it. Well, let's see who we've got with us. We have got Trace the Greenwood, who greets us with evening fuddy monsters, and a jolly good evening to you. Ben is in our midst, who says, howdy partners. Will it be Joseph and the Technicolor live stream of delights? Well, if he vomits, yeah. Trace says, is Joe here? Yes,
I'm
it's
here.
this chap here, but do remember that we are calling him Joe Wobbledick tonight, please. Steakhog is with us, and that is nothing less than a joy. You can't beat a bit of Stee, that's what I say. Bad is here and says, good evening to all you peeps. Bonadar Boaty, you tosser. That's nice.
Again, is it becoming a theme today?
Apparently, yeah.
Should we stop this theme of tosserism?
I think it might have gone too far. I was called a tosser today by people that I met for the very first time. They've never seen any of my videos. They met me under certain circumstances, which we will be discussing. We've not had the best day, it has to be said. In fact, we've had an utterly bleeding pants day. We've had a disastrous day. We've had the sort of, oh God, well, I mean, we'll tell you all. We've got 2 hours to tell you all about this. What was I talking about?
Tossing.
Yeah, people calling me a tosser. I've been called a tosser by professional people that I engage professionally today. Have I not, Joe?
Yeah.
You were there, were you not, Joe?
I didn't make my day.
You witnessed it.
I really did.
You witnessed it, didn't you, Joe?
How much did it cost you, by the way?
So funny.
Right, it's costing me £53 per month, and you know, quite frankly, I expect better service and to be called a tosser by the functionary. But there we are. We'll come on to that. Anyway, the point is, if you'd allow me to get a word in edgeways, Barry says, "Good evening to all you peoples. Bodadar Boaty, you tosser. Bodadar to you, Barry. How kind of you to grace us with your charming and ebullient presence." Where did I get to? Hello, Neil's here. Neil, I need a word with you about some of your professional colleagues, mate. Hello, Joe, on the Vimto, are we? No, I'm on the Vimto. Simon was on the Vimto.
Look, Vimto proof of Vimto.
This guy, that is very, I would argue
That's
that
really
Vimto,
diluted.
Yeah, that's over diluted.
Oh no, that's stronger than I normally have it.
That's over diluted. I mean, look at that.
That's how it starts off in the day, and then when I'm at work, I drink it down and just fill it with water.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
That looks like the kind of wee that you do when you've had about 27 pints of lager.
You definitely need to.
I mean, is that Vimto? Is that Vimto, or is that like blackcurrant squash?
It's Vimto.
Oh, then that's really.
We don't have any cheap
Other
imitations.
Other cordials are available. Simon is drinking.
Joe.
Sorry.
How old are you? Come on.
Corporal Wobbledick here is drinking Barefoot Californian Jammy Red.
And it's really nice.
It is. It's a
And
good
it
one.
says that you should enjoy it chilled,
You
which
should.
is an interesting
That's
thing to
weird
do
for a
with
red.
a
It
red
is
one.
so much nicer cold. It
If
really
you
is.
if you lived in the States and they drink a European red, they often chill it because they think that Europe is cold, so that if they chill it, it'll be at European room temperature. That's actually true. That is actually true.
Why do they carbonate beers then? Do they think Europeans are all fizzy?
That's a question I don't have the answer to. You can't ask me to explain Americans to you. I mean, how do you explain an entire group of people who think that it's okay to build a city where nobody has to walk anywhere? An entire city where every pavement and walkway or sidewalk has been replaced by a travelator like you get in Heathrow Airport.
Ooh.
So you leave your dwelling, your abode, your hotel, and you stand on a travelator, and that will take you to a travelator junction where you can choose another travelator, and you can basically just travel wherever you need to go without actually walking.
I think this is where we discover that Boaty's been watching Logan's run.
I've never watched Logan, but I have spent a lot of time in Las Vegas, and bizarrely I was sober for some of it. Not much, but some of it. Most of the bits when I was driving. Because
It's useful being sober when you drive.
it bloody is in Vegas. It's a nightmare driving in Vegas. And I was driving a Cadillac Escalade. I had the last time I was out there, the first night, I had a really good night in the casino. And I thought, fuck it, I'll go and hire an Escalade. So I did. I went and hired an Escalade and started driving around Vegas in it, and yeah, that was interesting. And of course, I must point out. I mean, Barry will know this, and so will what's his name? Who's the other American? Stephen, and so will Stephen. That America's sole worthwhile addition to civilization is that they make it permissible and allowable to turn right on a red light if there's nothing coming.
It's only in some states, though, isn't it? It's not all states.
Oh, is that right?
Mm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know it's so in Nevada.
You can in Chicago, I think.
You can't.
I don't know what state that's in.
It's in Illinois. I lived in Chicago, didn't I? That was
There you
that
go.
was where I lived when I first went out to the States. And if you go upstairs, as you will do, and I don't mean that in a I don't mean that in a sexually
It's
threatening
not
way.
threatening.
Get upstairs.
But if you go upstairs, then on the top landing you will see a picture of the reason why I went to Chicago. Anyway,
Hawaiian pizza.
I'll tell you said that. Christ, Boaty, you've had a facelift, says Barry. Go on, lad, says Neil. Our host has decided to feck off and leave Joe to it. How nice of him, says Trace. I didn't. Well, I went to get my guest a bottle opening device, which I've still got here, carefully out of shot, because quite frankly, I'm a professional. Excuse me. Oh, who's this now? Julie. Is that Juju?
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah,
artist
yeah.
formerly known as... Look, you've put that back in totally the wrong place and I can't cope. No! No! Right, it has to line up with the edge of that. Well, that's clearly wrong, right? It needs to be...
This bit.
Yeah, and it needs to be in the middle of these two lines. And I genuinely can't carry on unless you put it in exactly the right place. Will you stop? Right, it needs to go your way, clearly. You're doing this on purpose. Hold on, move your hands. Yeah, that'll be fine, thank you. So don't touch it! Is that your missus, Julie? Julie. Anyway, she says, oh my God. And Trace adds the F word, oh my flaming goodness. Oh God, yeah, he's got your genuine French woman.
An actual French one.
An
I never
actual
knew
French
that. I
woman.
just thought it was just another person on the live.
No, he imported her when the euro was really low.
Hello, Simon's wife. It is a wife, isn't it?
Well, let's let that sink in.
Yes,
shall we?
I don't know.
That's it, says Trace. My evening is complete. Well, I'm glad you took the chance to rub one out, and I'm glad it went well for you. Well done, Trace.
How far into the stream with that?
What?
That she said that?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm all behind like a cat.
You are very behind.
I mean, I always am.
Boaty's always a behind.
Your wife said hello.
We won't have some of Boaty's disgusting babble, says Barry. Rob is with us, who definitely isn't beards and bangers, and says, good evening all, and waves a big pink hand at us. That's nice. Best beginning ever, says Trey. How far behind on the
You are
pissing
really
comment
far
on it?
behind.
So
Am I really far behind?
You're always this far behind.
Oh, God.
It's funny because you read them out and sometimes it's like you think we're talking about something else and it's like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Or we put a comment and you go, I have no idea what that's on about. And it's,
Yeah.
it's something that you started 10
Yeah,
minutes ago.
Yeah, but I've had a glass of wine since then. And
We've not
speaking
got
of
that
wine,
excuse this time.
well, not yet, but I'm going to put the wine in the freezer.
Can you put that one in the freezer for me, please?
Yeah. Do you want it in the freezer or in the fridge?
In the freezer, get it cold.
In the. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put yours in the blast freezer, seeing as
It really is nice cold.
your need is more imminent than mine.
Oh, that really, I can have another one.
Would you like a plastic fake ice cube to go in it?
Please.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, please.
Fucking demanding swine. I mean, is that what I'm here? Just to wait? Well, do some streaming then.
I don't know where you are at the comments.
Are we supposed to be saying that you bought a car today?
That's later on, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can throw that in
Can
there.
I have
whenever you like.
two?
You can have as many as you want. I mean, you know. They're not going to get used up. They're reusable. That's the point of them. And thank you very much to whoever sent me these for my birthday. Can't remember who it was now. Had a drink since then. Oh, and that was kind of my first burp at the live stream, but I quelled it. Professional that I am, I quelled it. You didn't hear it. If I hadn't have told you, you wouldn't even have known. Right, I wish that...
What are you doing?
There's a moment to put a coffee in the freezer.
Right, let's rattle through these comments, shall we? Where did I get to? Simon's got some moves, says Barry. Pingu says, good evening, Joe and Simon. Nice to see this channel finally got some talent. Well, thank you very much, Finger. And the horse you rode it on. Oh, it's that sort of party, says Trace. Simon is hiding. Is that where I am in the comments?
Yeah, you are behind.
I know,
I
let's have
don't
a
think
look.
you're. Yeah, you're way behind.
God almighty, I'm about an hour behind. I better go and have a cigarette, that'll help, won't it?
Black Lines has just put an amazing comment. 8 out of 10 cats does countdown has gone downhill.
Oh dear.
Brilliant.
Says Ben, it's smothered parsnip in the dance bands. Smashing Bristols, if you don't mind, please. And now you're talking to yourself. Why are you leaving comments that I've then got to read out or decide to ignore when you're here? If you want to say hello to me or them, say hello to me or them.
Well, I think I wrote that comment, Jason.
No, this isn't you, it's him.
Oh, me? Sorry, it's one girl on a babble. I don't want to interrupt.
It's the ZZ
You're
top
down to
tribute
when
act sitting in the
You're
corner.
down to where I said evening, or that was at the start.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, so you've both done it. Well,
We're
have
having a bit of a
intro.
domestic. Just bear with us.
have a
Technical
word
difficulties.
with yourselves, for goodness sake. Simon did bring nibbles that you could have shared, but he's eaten them all.
How dare you?
Why can I sense this being a good night, says Neil.
It's going to be a good night. Wow. It sounds a bit wrong.
Well, yeah, well, it might be for him. He's probably got his missus within pottering distance. I mean, you're going back to a hotel on your own, and you refused my kind offer of a prostitute for the night, or for, well, I don't know, 12 minutes.
Is that what's in that cupboard outside?
Oh yeah, that's where I keep them. Fold them up nice and small. That's your comment again. I'm not reading out your comments. That's ridiculous. Do you all have a clean body? Asks Barry. Mine is absolutely mint today. I can tell you that. It's in. Well, actually, it was. I mean, after the day we've had. You know, I could be forgiven for having fouled my. In fact, I have got the best reason for having, quite frankly, fouled myself, because Joe and I had to do something to. Well, I had to do it, and Joe had to witness it, and it was genuinely the most frightened I've been for a long, long time. Probably the most frightened I've been since I was at what is now Wogan House, but was BBC House. And I was stuck in a broken lift with Michael Barrymore.
Pingu's comment. That's brilliant.
Hang on, I'll get to that. So is this 3D? Spain, yeah, that's one. Oh no, Count Botula has arrived. Cover your necks, lads. Oh, Swirly Doom. And it's on the wonk. Too many legends. Oh, that is so on the wonk.
Am I on
I
the
don't care.
wonking business? No.
We don't know why. Oh, well, we've done that.
I actually don't think it is that bad.
Simone's here, Hooked on Classics, one of our community channels, of course. Oh, God, here we go. Oh, you brought props. It's not that sort of live stream.
Why was he brought?
What, do you think those are his normal
I didn't even look. I was looking down there.
For God's sake. We rely on intellectual... Yeah, okay, good idea bringing props. We so don't rely on intellect. Oh, no, not you lot, say Simone. There isn't really enough Simon and far too much Vars. So, yeah, well, that's...
Far too much vase.
Yeah, that's when the threesome goes wrong, isn't it?
Oh, that fast.
Oh, no, that was ages ago. We've
Yeah.
probably moved since then. What a wonker, says Simone. Outrageous beardist inequality, says Ben, who is well and truly outraged there. Simon and I know someone with the same surname, says Julie, and I never associated it with the other word.
That is true, but we should have associated it with that other word completely.
Why? What is his surname? Wobbledick.
It's a she.
Her surname is Wobbledick.
Her surname is not Wobbledick.
Right, I'm confused
I'm
then.
confused. Wobble minge.
You can't say that.
I know, I don't want to get you demonetised.
Would you get demonetised for saying that?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, because that's
I'm
what
not
you
going
should.
to get my 20%.
Oh, it's
Oh.
alright. You wouldn't get it anyway.
No.
You haven't met Boaty now.
Has anyone got an anti-sickness tablet, asked Ben? Right, we don't need it. This is so funny and it's not even started. That's the perfect angle, says Tracy. And that's not the first time a lady said that to me. It's not even the first time Tracy said that to me.
It's just length that's wrong, isn't it, Trace? Angle's alright.
They can hear you, Boaty, in pissing Papua New Guinea. I'm a man who knows how to project. Good evening, everyone, says Adam, aka Pure Evil. Good evening, Joe Wobbledick and Shirley. That's it, demonetised. Good evening, Boaty. It looks busy in the pub tonight. Oh, that's Trisha Alderman. We love Trisha Alderman. She is our favourite Trisha on this live stream, and that is official.
Can we just interject?
Apparently.
There's just one more day left. No, one more. Wait. T-shirts available for one more week.
Is that bloody Simone trying
Yes,
to flog her
yes,
dodgy
yeah.
merch
One
on my
more
live
week.
stream again?
To get a
Simone,
Simone
do we get
T-shirt.
20%? Do we?
Do we even get a free T-shirt?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we are all whores. We are media whores. I mean, give us something free, and we'll push it to the nth degree. Joe will get his kit off and model it.
I really wouldn't. You wouldn't want to see.
I don't know.
I should have worn my Hooked on Classics T-shirt. Actually, thinking about it.
I'm surprised you didn't bring your banner. You know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite
Advertise.
surprised by that.
Business cards.
He's waiting.
Come
He's
on.
waiting until I have a glass of wine, and then the business
But I've
cards will
not-
just
Have I got a sticker?
make their way onto
No,
the
I've
table.
not done any more.
Paul gave me a sticker.
What?
I know.
Did he?
He's not giving me a sticker.
He's not giving me a
He
sticker.
there you
gave one
go.
over. I was well pleased.
Maybe what you have to do, you have to buy a car off him.
Maybe.
Or his
I
dad.
have bought a card off him.
You actually.
Well, obviously he
have.
don't like you.
Well, that's certainly true, and he likes me even less after today. He was a bit.
He really wasn't happy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he was very annoyed.
We arrived and he was not happy.
Oh God,
I
I'm
can't
looking forward to
imagine-
this, says Neil.
I can't imagine Paul ever being unhappy.
But you should have seen him today.
Bless him.
He was properly hangry. Because
That's not unhappy. That's hangry. That's different.
yeah, he was unhappy as well.
Yeah.
He was alternating between angry, unhappy, pissed off, frustrated, and then when he saw what the situation was when we did arrive, not under our own steam, and yeah, he became less happy, significantly less happy, quite quickly.
Because he had to get his hands dirty as well.
He did get his hands dirty. We've got so much to tell you. We've had an adventure.
Yeah, and
today.
we're not going to have time because he's busy reading all comments 20 minutes behind.
Right, hold on. I live 100 miles away from the Budweiser brewery. They chill the beer from start to finish of the process, says Barry. I hope so. Oh, right, okay. Oh, we don't want to read that out. That's saying that's
So
saying
no.
something nice about me.
Simone, can we just not? Can we just...
Frank is here and says, hi, Boaty. Hello to you, Frank. If you go upstairs, never enter the red door. Never. That's very good advice.
Oh no, of course not.
Tell me Boaty never has visitors without telling me Boaty never has visitors. Candlegate. I've got candles elsewhere in the cottage and they're fully operational.
Does she not mean that they've been moved and that you have to have them in a certain place?
Oh, I see. I'm going to light the candles. Tomorrow I've got a proper visitor.
Yeah, fuck you, Joe.
Well, no, I mean, I've got somebody who's actually staying the night and isn't girly.
Oh god, this is even wrong.
Oh, did you not know about that? I told you.
Yeah, you did.
I did tell you. Yeah, there we go.
It's his fault.
We love the delay in reading comments, says Trace. It means we can get to eat and enjoy them twice over. All right, okay. Welcome to Boaty's Maiden Burp. Thank you. Black Lines is here. We're all in trouble now. Oh, Jaden, everything I says. What do you three think of the City Rover? We all think it's shit.
Yeah, but can we let's stop? Who would you have a City Rover?
Yeah, totally.
Would you have a standard City Rover?
I would, but I genuinely haven't seen one in person.
The shit. I'd have a City Rover that had a drift spoiler on back, that had no suspension, and wheels pointing out in weird directions. But I wouldn't have a standard one.
Yeah, because that would be stupid.
Yeah, because that'd be stupid, right?
Yeah.
I've genuinely never seen one in person.
They're, well, just Google Tata Indica.
Well, I know what they look like, but I've never seen one in person.
Unless you've been in one, you can't say you've experienced the tinniness of driving around in a snatch one.
Pingu says, this new Top Gear seems a bit low budget. Barry says, stuck in a lift with Barrymore. Good job it wasn't a swimming pool.
I'm catching up.
Bloody would have been by the time he finished. Skick is with us. Now we
Hi,
can get
Skick.
cracking.
Hello.
Boaty, you once mentioned losing a night at the cafe and using the time for your channel. I did, and yeah, I would very much like to do that. I'm too bored at the moment though. Tracy's flogging her dodgy merchandise. It's not that sort of, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Pingu, you've just ruined the
Pingu says,
the
I've bought
theory.
3 cars off mustard, no sticker yet. Don't forget, lads, says Simone, you are touching a table Boaty has podged on. More than once.
And that's why we had a tin opener.
And more than one woman as well. There have been a few bare asses on this table. Have a look at that.
I'm going to go back to the hotel.
No wonder you want the candles in a specific place.
I hope the table has been well polished. Yeah, with ladies' asses.
But how does he podger anyone with the candles having to be in a certain position? Halfway through.
No,
it.
that's true.
Sorry, I've just got to put it in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, under those circumstances, I mean, it's a bit different, isn't it? I'm a red-blooded
Do you
man.
have to align the woman on the table in between the lines and...
I'm assuming it's not happened for a while anyway, because he's not got them giant grinders.
I have got. Right, I'll introduce you to the new grinders later on.
Are you going to name them? Morecambe and Wise.
Right, that's it. I've caught up on the comments. I'm going for a fag. Over to you two.
Oh, God.
Open that door, it's warm.
It is warm, isn't it?
Boaty's giant grinders.
That's going to be the title. You didn't ask everybody to make a title.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget, it's your job to make up a title. Blah, de, blah, de, blah. Thank you.
But I'd wait to name the...
And
the
now over
live-
to my 2 co-hosts who are going to keep you entertained with their dynamic, witty and interesting banter.
Where are they? Are you letting them in? Are they coming in?
Yeah, where are they?
Crack on with it. We can't have dead air.
So, do you want
Read
to
the
talk about...
comment.
Simone says, be right back. Blackline says, grinders. Yay, are we back?
Let me turn some devices off.
Boaty's broke the stream.
So, do you want to tell everybody about your new car purchase?
I'm going to wait till we speak about what happened today.
Okay, does
Because
it kind of
fits in with the story.
Right, okay.
Hold on. Turning the Wi-Fi off on that one.
I'll ask a personal question then that you
Okay.
don't have to reveal anything. What's the clutch like on your new car purchase?
I would say it's halfway through its life. So you've got about 50% travel, which I think is pretty good.
So,
But then I've never driven a manual K-Series.
of that car.
And I'm sure they're on a cable, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are quite high.
Where's the
side.
bike
yeah.
point? Has it got a high bike point?
I think it's low.
Ah,
Yeah.
Ah,
well, it's
so-
the lowest clutch that I've had,
really?
apart from a brand new one.
So the one that I've got on my car that's the same, but we can't talk about it because you're not revealed what it is you're doing. The bike point's like that far from the top,
No, it's definitely lower than
so that's
that.
definitely.
So it's literally like that, and then you're going, and then you've
Yeah,
got...
no, mine's like way off of that.
I mean, you're welcome to have a go in a minute when we finish.
No, you are.
That sounds really have a go.
It's dark.
In the dark.
Boring nights.
I'm sorry. I've never done this.
Well, we don't have the same boisterous output as you both. You have seen my live streams, and I've only brought one prop for a start. There's no disco lights.
Which the certain individual we have spent quite a long time with today met Jason, and I think he was rather shocked.
Oh.
Yeah. Because while we were in his company, he was talking about poddering to mustard, 3-way, 4-way, and all sorts.
And he called me a tosser.
And he called him a tosser.
So it went completely wrong then.
It was a brilliant day.
Right then, let's bring you all up to speed on what happened today. Now, I had today jolly well. Are there any interesting comments?
Skick, Simon, been looking at a few kettles recently. Only issue is the weight.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what he's on about.
I haven't got a clue what he's on about either. But there we are. Kettle is, of course, Cockney rhyming slang. And it is rhyming slang for... What's your kettle? You're both wearing one.
Watch.
Yes.
Ah, watch.
How does that make sense?
I've got a kettle.
Because it's kettle and hob, fob.
And then watches used to be on fobs.
Correct.
Ah, I see.
So it's rhyming slang back from the day when everybody had a fob watch.
It's true. It does save time using slang and stuff, doesn't it?
And following on to today's Cockney rhyming slang quiz, what is your Aris?
She bottom.
Oh, correct. Why?
I don't know.
Aristotle, bottle and glass, arse.
There
So,
you go.
there you go.
Every day's a school day.
It certainly is. Now, today, we had today all jolly well planned out, or I did anyway. Now, Joe, as you know, I collected him for and that is Joe Wobbledick, of course.
All away.
I collected him from the railway station, which is of course where you weigh whales.
Wow.
That,
Can
yeah.
I just read Pingu's comment?
Yes.
The new series of The Grand Tossers.
So that's what GT stands for.
Yeah. So if you weigh a whale at the railway station, where do you weigh a pie?
We're talking about me then. Been a whale.
No.
Rude.
No. You weigh whales at the railway station. So where would you weigh a pie?
I'm not saying it because I don't understand it.
I don't get that.
Well,
either.
which bit do you not understand?
You
All of
weigh a
Right.
whale at the railway station.
No, you weigh a whale at a railway station.
At pie station.
No. So the question is, right, I'm trying to explain it to Simon so he at least understands the question. Right. Where, as in, what specific
Way up
location?
high over the rainbow.
Who said that?
Thank you, Tracy.
Who said that?
Tracy.
Oh, Tracy's got it. That's right. Oh,
And
and
Blackline's
Blackline's got it as well. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
I see.
You see?
Yes, I get it now.
Right, so
I would have never got that.
so I collected Mr. Wobbledick here from the pie station yesterday, and he stayed last night in a very nice hotel, which is just up the road here. He had a splendid meal, 2 courses. And did you have a choice? Could you have like a starter and a main?
Yeah.
Or
It was a main and a dessert, and then a drink.
So you couldn't have a starter and a main?
I mean, I could have if I wanted to pay £2 extra, but I wasn't hungry enough.
Oh, I would have paid £2 extra. Oh, you had to pay extra to get a starter?
Yeah, £2.
Right. Okay.
£2 not bad.
I know, but I didn't want it.
Yeah, but he wanted it, maybe he wanted his dessert. You can't judge him.
You can't have your dessert and eat your starter.
How big a YouTuber would you have to be before you could legitimately go into a bona fide restaurant and say, I'm a YouTuber, insert channel name here, and I want my pudding first, and then actually get your pudding first?
I don't think it'd really matter.
Michael Winner used to do that. He used to go and he'd say, I'm Michael Winner and I want my pudding first.
I think you can just get your pudding first anyway, Boaty.
I used to speak to Michael
I
Winner.
don't think you need to worry about it.
Yes, Tracy, it's very good value. I get a main, dessert, and drink, and then in the morning I get a breakfast, and that's all for I think it's £23, which is really good.
You're going to be in for a right fucking disappointment when you stay here, mate, because you're getting none of that shit.
And he's still charging you 23
So, Joe spent a luxurious night in the hotel. Now, this morning, by request, I went to pick Joe up on time, 11 o'clock prompt. I was up really early today. I was up, I had a shower, I got myself, I wasn't pissed. I mean, you know, I was properly prepared for this morning, and I went to pick up Mr. Wobbledick in Melanie Minchbag, because he'd never been in an F40F, and he fancied the journey, and I fancied it too. Giving Minchbag a jolly good seeing to, I thought that would be splendid fun. How would you say it went, Joe?
Eventful.
It went very well to begin with.
No, we had a brilliant journey for about 25 minutes, all through the Peak District.
That was more than that.
Was it? About
Yeah.
34, well...
No, it was about an hour. It was, well, a good 50 minutes.
I don't
50
know
minutes.
what happened. I'm learning at the same time as you guys. So.
Well, basically, I mean, you all know, I'm sure... Right. All of you... Right, all of you Stockholm
rewind.
Syndrome sufferers, that if you're here on the live stream, the chances are you've seen a video or two of mine, and you will know my journey to the Yard of Dreams, right? So, imagine the journey, right? Do it with me. Let's all imagine it together, right? I'm driving. Here's my steering wheel.
Oh, that's tiny.
It is, yeah, well, it's MGF, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sporty.
yeah.
Sporty. So, everything's gone well. We've gone through Stony Middleton.
The weather was beautiful.
That was nice. We got the roof down.
Music.
Yeah, we're not filming. We've got music playing. We're chatting.
Kate Bush.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
There was no bush.
Oh,
We saw a man trimming his bush.
We did see
We
a
did.
man trimming his
And
bush.
he looked like he was enjoying it.
He did.
Mm.
Who enjoys it more, the man trimming the bush or the bush being trimmed?
I don't know.
Or the implement
you
doing
have to
the
ask the
trimming?
bush people.
Don't know.
Sorry, you were putting me off there by playing with your beard in a strangely seductive fashion.
Sorry.
Is that your mating ritual? Does that form part of your mating ritual? Like, if Julie saw you doing that, would she be saying, "Ooh la la"?
I don't know. Should we try it? Hang on.
And in for some of the good stuff tonight.
See what she says on comments.
No bush today, Trace. There was. Right, so.
So 50 minutes in.
Yeah, we've gone through Stony Middleton, all lovely. We've gone out over the top bit, great. We've gone through the windy, down the turny, roundy, lovely, viewy bit. We've gone through Chapel, gave it a bit of hoof on the bypass, didn't I?
Oh, it was brilliant.
Gave it a lot of hoof. And then we went through Chapel, through underneath the railway arches, up, over, past the Land Rover of Broken Dreams.
Kind of was like that.
Right, everything was going splendidly until we got to Glossop, or until we got to Mottram, or whatever it's called. And then
It was mega.
things began to go badly wrong. Joe.
So we come across some really bad traffic, and I soon realised what was going on when he was desperately turning off the engine every time we came to a stop, rolling it down the hills, and then started it, stopping, started it, turning it off, and then he went, "Oh, fudge." I could have swore. And he was like, "We need to pull over." So we pulled over.
Oh, by now we're on the motorway. By now we're on the end.
No.
Oh,
Before
right.
that, we
Oh,
pulled
no, it
over,
was-
didn't
yeah,
we?
yeah,
Because we just thought
yeah.
it was the fan it not kicking in to cool it down. So we pulled over. We stopped for about 10 minutes to allow the fan to cool it down, because it actually did kick in. And,
The front fan.
No, the back
No, the
fan.
back
Oh,
fan.
okay.
And I saw dribbles of coolant coming down the bottom, and we thought, oh, maybe because it's overheated, it's popped some out somewhere. So we continued, and we went down the hill. It was going all right, wasn't it? It was cooling itself a little bit.
Well, it had cooled
Kind
down.
of. Well, we were going down through.
Yeah, down past the Tesco, chucked a right at the lights,
Yes.
going to the motorway island. And I'm thinking, right, as soon as I get onto the motorway, it's going to cool right down, loads of cooling effect. And as I started getting down the M67, temperature gauge is going up, and it's getting to the point
Literally
where
at the
you
top.
don't want the temperature gauge to go. So onto the heart, I turned the engine off, coasted to the hard shoulder, so that getting as much cooling as possible with the engine off.
And we stopped in a very good place, Can I just point? Because where the obviously
It's not my first time breaking.
where the motorway patrol people would park, we reversed back in there, so we were out of danger, and we opened up the hood at the back, or the bonnet, or whatever you call it.
Yeah, this is the TF
And
problem.
It was peeing out coolant from one of the joins on the coolant pipe,
Yeah. So that totally wasn't my fault.
and it had no coolant whatsoever in the tank.
But
So-
you had a bottle of water with you there, just in case, didn't you?
No.
No.
I
So,
did a test run in Minge Bay.
the
She was
wonder-
absolutely fine.
The Wonderful AA was called, and
Yeah.
and they came very quick. Within, wasn't it an hour or so?
Yeah, within
An hour or so.
That's
Lovely
quite
young guy. I think he said he was 26. Arrived. And
Is that what he did? He turned up and he went, "Hi, I'm
Well, he nearly
26."
drove. He nearly drove past us because we were well hidden. We literally had to wave. It was- and then the most funniest thing happened was he asked, "How do you open the bonnet?" And Jason didn't even know. I didn't know. He didn't know.
No, hang on. I knew how to open the bun.
I mean,
knew
like
how to open
the
bun.
hatch.
Right. If you think of an MGF or TF, right, then you've got the boot, you open the boot and you've got some access to the front of the engine there, right? But somewhere underneath the hood arrangement, there's a bigger access to the, oh, I've fallen over, to the, sorry, I'm reading Mike's comment.
To the doings.
Yeah, there's better access to the doings. He said, how'd you get to that? And I said, well, I don't particularly know, do I?
Then he looked at me. I don't know.
So basically, you two came to the rescue. So,
And all three of us are there watching a tiny YouTube video on the
Yeah.
side of the motorway going, this clip, where's that clip? Where's this clip?
and so, you know, to cut a long story short,
about an hour.
it took us about an hour, and we finally, and then there's 649 million 10 mil bolts,
Yep.
3 of which are ungettable,
Yep.
and they have
Neil
not been.
put, we have a database to show how to do all this. So to get to the engine and that. Well, he didn't know,
He didn't know.
but he was brilliant.
And what he means by databases, he means that they've got smartphones, they can look at
Yeah.
YouTube. That's their database.
It's called KMS. Oh, fair
It's
enough.
called YouTube, Neil. And so, we finally get into the engine bay. And we can see that the problem, now, totally not my fault, guys. Yeah, we knew that there was a thing with the fan, right? I took it to work the other night. You all know that. Well, you know, those of you who've seen that daily diary know it. Wasn't a problem. I thought perfectly safe going today. Shouldn't have been an issue. Yeah, I knew it, Neil. I bloody knew it. There you
YouTube,
go.
brilliant.
And so, so basically, there's a piece that's like got
Four-way.
a four-way connector for the coolant pipes, and that was leaking a little bit. So the AA man broke it in half, and then it was leaking quite a lot.
To the point it was peeing out everywhere, and he shouted at us to run to the van to get something.
Yeah.
I went because I thought I know where it was, looking through all his bloody drawers, picked up something. Is it this? No! He comes running over, and by the time we actually found it, he was like, oh, it's all gone.
Yeah. So, I mean, the coolant wasn't completely empty. The overflow might have been. There was plenty of coolant in there. Until the AA bloke decided to snap the bloody thing in half. And he said, I think this is the problem, he said, as he snapped it in half. And the coolant started pissing everywhere.
So that's how they fix things then, because they break them and then replace
But
it.
he couldn't fix it
He couldn't fix it, that's the
because
point.
they only keep a
So,
three-way
yeah.
and
there-
not a
There's no, he had no way of connecting these 4 tubes
So
together.
it went like that, and then it had one up like that.
Yeah, I know which
So-
one it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're then into the situation where he says, you know, you're going to need to be recovered. Where are you going? So I made an executive decision that we would go to the Yard of Dreams.
Which was a good idea.
Which were well, because obviously Joe, we were going there, by the way, so Joe could collect his new car, which those of you who watch Mustard's channel will know and love as Michael Jackson.
I mean, they would have known. I've been going on about MJ for the past month and a half.
They might have forgotten.
Every comment, I can't wait to pick him up.
Yeah, but they're very heavy drinkers. Most of them will be out of it now.
I don't blame them.
There's 27 bots watching you still.
Neil has got 4-way connectors on his van.
Well,
I
where
knew
were
he-
you when we
Yeah.
needed you? Where were we?
You tosser. Love you, Neil.
So then we get on to recovery, and he said, right, he said, now I could tow you there myself on using my towing dolly.
But he's
He said,
broken it.
But I can't be asked to do that, so I've got to get back and pick my kids up. So, you know, you're fucked, basically.
So he whips out this rope.
So-
The size
hang on a minute,
Oh,
hang on a
sorry,
minute.
sorry.
So then he starts looking for the towing guy, and he says, where's the towing guy
On the
this?
front.
And it doesn't have a towing guy as in the sort of towing guy that you might be familiar with. What it's got right underneath and quite far back is like a kind of towing hook arrangement.
That loop thing,
Yeah.
that's not a towing bracket, that's what they use to fasten them to production line when they're making them.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've got to be
So-
super careful, otherwise you pull your bumper off.
Well, that's what he was worried about.
No, it's not that. No, it's the one behind that.
Okay.
They had two,
there's the
one
one.
each
Yeah,
side.
there's the one in front. That's there, and then there's an actual. It's described. I've got the manual out to look at this one, and there is a thing described as the towing guy, and that's where. But it's right low down and it's far back. And he said, if I put the towing thing on this, he said it'll pull your bumper off, scrape along the road, and what.
So he did it anyway?
No, he didn't. He said, so what I'll do, he said, I'm not going to leave you on the motorway because you're not safe. I'll pull you on a...
You're not safe, he's broke your car.
He said, what I'm going to do, he said, I'm going to tug you both off, he said. He said,
Is that the 4-way that you were talking about?
No.
He said, I'll put you on a rope. He said, I'll tug you off.
You guys stay in the car.
And we'll just go to the first exit. I'll take you to Morrison's car park, and then we'll book you a proper recovery.
How
So,
romantic.
By now we're thinking, shit, you know, that's the day gone. Mustard's waiting for us. There's all sorts of things going on. And what happened next was terrifying. He had a tow rope that was too short anyway, right? And then, because it's got to go further back on the TF, it becomes even shorter. So basically, I'm about...
We are tailgating the AA. We're going it that way. And there's a massive tow bar as well.
So we're about 2 foot behind this van, right? Literally 2 foot. And I'm in a car that's obviously the engine can't run, so I've got no servo on the brakes. And he said, keep the line taut at all times. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, I've got no brake servo. And then he took off like fucking Nelson Piquet. And oh, Jesus Christ. So we're both shitting ourselves, and I'm desperately...
Jason's like this.
I'm not surprised.
What are you showing
The
it?
video of...
Oh, did you take a video of it?
It is tray short.
We are tailgating. Did you not see that? I sent it to
No.
you.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to have a look yet. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was properly scary, and because I've got no servo on the brakes, so I'm having to stand on the brakes.
But your brakes are massive brakes, Boaty.
Yes, but when
Yeah,
the engine's
yeah.
not running, the
you only have
pedal
to
is
breathe
rock
on
hard.
them to stop.
Yeah, when they're servoed, they're just more brake to try and shift on a dead pedal.
That is true. That is true.
So
So
we've
we're
had
driving along, shaking, literally like this. Everyone's zooming past, and we got the roof down. We were actually having a whale of time, I thought.
Oh yeah,
Apart
I mean,
from nearly dying of anxiety.
I'm shaking like a shitting dog, but having a whale.
And all he's talking about is, what happens if we hit that tow bar? Who's going to cover it?
It's a
So
valid point. I've been thinking that.
so we eventually end up in this Morrison's car park.
Did
where-
you just nearly say Safeway?
I did, yeah.
From like 30 years ago.
Yeah, well, I'm from like 30 years ago, aren't I? And he very carefully took us to a part of the car park where
Neil's saying quite a lot, and you shouldn't have been towed off the motorway using the blue emergency rope, 500-metre max tow on that, and shouldn't be using it on the motorway at all. Well, he needed to get back to pick up his kids. That was the excuse. And his shift finished at 4.
Yeah. So he took us to the Morrison's car park, and he very carefully took us to a part of the car park where you had to go through a height restriction to make sure that if a truck comes, a recovery truck comes, you wouldn't be able to get in.
And the funniest thing, we were going through spaces, and he was thinking, "Are we going to stop?" Just and he just kept going and going and going. Went
And
round
then
the
took us
car
into-
park,
yeah.
and then took us in a car parking space and took up 4 spaces.
Yeah, and took it into a totally separate part of the car park through a really low height restriction. He only just got through.
And I said to him, "If we're going to go on the back of a recovery truck, we are not going to make it."
There's no way the truck would have got through there. Oh God, yeah.
Mike, can I just say, Matt is welcome to come back. So they all put in bring back Mike.
Oh, talk to Matt. It's nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us.
Free Matt.
He flounced off, which nothing to do with us, and there's nothing stopping him coming back should he wish to. But he clearly doesn't wish to, so not a lot we can do about that.
Oh dear.
So we are now abandoned in Morrison's. He eventually manages to get a relay transport booked. Eventually,
Because Neil, he apparently he couldn't do it on the software that he had, so he had to WhatsApp them or call the head office or something to put us on a new recovery. So he said, it'll be about between 2 to 4 hours wait. So we thought, we'll go get lunch.
by now it's about 3:15.
Yeah.
So yeah, we decided we'd go into Morrison's and get lunch, and we did. We went in, we ordered lunch. Mr. Wobblecock kindly paid and used his discount card, staff discount. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mum.
And yes, thank you, Mother.
Kaz.
Well, I was going to call
Well,
her Mother.
Wobbledick.
I can't call her Mother. What? That's disrespectful. Kaz. Thank you, Kaz. Thank you very much.
Kaz Wobbledick.
Kaz Wobbledick.
And sod's law, isn't it? Just as the lovely man came and put our delicious meals down on the table.
Lovely. His customer service was the nicest person I've ever met.
How old was he?
Maybe
Did he not
40s?
did he
Late
not declare
40s?
his age?
No, but
No,
he was
amazingly
lovely.
not. That's just an AA thing.
And he looked like he had been rushed off his feet. He looked like he was absolutely knackered, and he was still lovely.
I bet you were like 20 but looked 40.
No, he was definitely in his 40s, maybe 35.
No, he was absolutely lovely. And
What did you order? You're missing all the important details.
we had the same. We had the half roast chicken with chips, coleslaw, and salad.
Okay.
Might not be able to see it.
Yeah,
Do you
I
want me
don't
to
think
put
they
it
can.
There you go.
And just as the lovely man put it down on the table, my phone went, and it was the AA man saying, "I'm at your car."
And we both looked at each other like, we ain't leaving this.
Except I did. I wolfed down about 5 mouthfuls super quick. And then I went out. But so we had a new AA guy, and I preferred the second one. He was my favourite.
How old
Yes,
was
he
he?
was really, really nice. He was called Samuel.
Yeah,
I can't remember the other guy. Was it Ben?
I don't know. He
Maybe.
didn't introduce himself.
No,
he just
he
gave his age.
Yeah. I'm
Which
22.
one was the famous phrase?
Oh, the second one.
The
Samuel.
second one,
and,
they called me a
and
tosser.
we've got to get to the story because he might be watching.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah,
might be.
he might be actually.
Hello, Samuel, if you're watching.
You were our favourite. So I've gone down to the car. I mean, he's still there. Eating his lunch. He's going nowhere.
I was giving up my food. I've
nothing
been on the
shifted
side
in.
of the motorway.
And fair play to the man. He said, give me a key. I'm going to be about 25 minutes. Go back and finish your lunch. So I did. And we finished our lunch and we went out to the car. And that was where the fun really started.
Which is a good place to stop because it's wine o'clock.
Oh, is it wine o'clock?
Mm.
Oh, right. Well, you entertain them for a bit longer. I'll pour myself a glass of wine, and then the fun can really start.
So what we have to talk about is nothing that we've just been talking about. We've got to talk about something
to
else.
set you up on a leg to get you to the yard. He shouldn't have left you there. No excuse for taking you all the way, and they pay overtime. Well, apparently he couldn't stay on because he had to pick up his children, Neil. But to be fairly honest, he towed us to the destination where we were safe, and in an hour's time we were on another recovery and we were on the way to the yard.
If
so.
he had any
How
children.
were we? How were we? Describe.
There was a lot of touching.
There were.
Places that I didn't want to be touched.
Maybe we go back to the safe place about the chicken dinner thing. What was the chicken dinner thing like first?
Chicken dinner was absolutely lovely.
Okay.
I thought it was-
Was it warm enough?
Yes.
Okay.
It was
Really
perfect.
tasty. Salad
Chicken
was
was
lovely.
really. I had no idea that you could get food like that from Safeways.
No.
It was whatever. The chicken was lovely and moist. Nice bistro
There's the
salad.
word of tonight, moist.
Oh yeah, I love the word moist.
Moist. It is a good word, moist.
Touch that table.
So the
moist.
second guy, Neil, he put us on a the bed thing that comes out the back of the van.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the bed.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we were carrying a bed round with
So we
him
were
before.
hoping that we could get in the car again and be nice.
But then
and
he made
chilled.
you get on a bed.
Yeah.
Sounds like a weird.
And then he went,
recovery.
"No, you've got to get in the van." Me and him looked at each
Right.
other.
So we're talking about
One
a
fat
small,
guy.
a small transit van and that little bench seat that's designed to
like
accommodate
transit face.
two 3-year-olds.
Like transit face.
Yeah, but a little bit smaller.
Oh, smaller than transit face.
Well, a little bit less room on the bench seat
Oh.
because of all of these doings.
So we got told off for not putting our seatbelt on. Well, the middle seatbelt wasn't long enough to go around me or him. So we had to get out again, plug it in and sit legally. And then Jason had to put the window down and literally hang out the window because we were so touching.
I had one cheek on
And
the
then
seat.
we tried to put the seatbelt
One
on for
cheek.
him because the guy was telling us off because it kept bleeping. And we both touched each other's cheeks.
There was.
So it went a complete loss then. Is that what you're trying to say?
There was a degree of intimacy which neither. I mean,
And this is the first time this guy's met us, and he's like, "I have not even touched people that I've been in a relationship with this much." And the guy is just sat there like...
now I was about to say that there was touching going on that no two straight men could be comfortable with, but it's just occurred to me we haven't had that conversation. I'm assuming that you're straight.
Yes.
But I shouldn't make that assumption. You might not be.
That is true. You shouldn't be making these assumptions.
And you might not want to share that information.
Especially not sat outside Safeways.
Especially not in front
Especially
of all
not in an AA van with two people touching me.
all of these nice people.
Has
So,
he got lying turds?
are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with sharing your sexual orientation with both me, Simon, and the 4 people who are still watching this shit?
I am bisexual, I would say.
Are you?
Yeah. And no.
Right, you look me in the eye. Look me in the eye.
Fuck's sake.
Look me in the eye. You enjoyed that, didn't
No,
you?
I fucking didn't. No, I
You
didn't.
enjoyed
No,
it.
I didn't. No, I didn't. And even when we got to the yard, there was too much talking of shagging, pottering.
Oh dear. So we eventually got to the yard, darlings. Let's catch up with some comments, shall we? Before we carry on.
dearie me.
Where did I get to?
Well, that's the silliest question you've ever asked.
What? Where did we get to?
Yeah.
We're about here. Stephen S. Paul has joined us from across the heading pond. It says, "Good evening, English children on the realm and the rest of you." Simone says, "I have a man you can have for free."
Matt.
Oh, is it Matt?
Yes.
I have a mat you can have for free. It's outside my front door.
It might be a man called Matt.
Sounds vintage. Welcome to you, sir. So, seems I'm late this evening. I'm sure I'll catch up. I'm sure you will. Have we arrived at the Yard of Dreams yet? Asked Trace. Yeah, we've just got there.
Yeah.
Mike says that Matt's not coming back, Boaty, because you're a tosser. Oh, well. Neil says... Oh, right, yeah, okay. Pingley says, we miss Matt. Release him from your dungeon of disappointment. It's nothing to do with me. I didn't make him go away. Well, I mean, maybe you could argue that I did, but I didn't knowingly. I might have made him go away by just being me, but I don't know why. I don't even know why he's got away with it. Why he got away with it? I don't know why
he got away with.
I don't know
Damn
why
it, Matt! What have you got away with this time?
I don't know why he's gone away. He might be lurking. I mean, there are 30 people allegedly watching.
Hello, Matt.
There's 30 people in this chat. I didn't mean they're watching.
Good point. Oh, cheers, darlings. You're very good health.
Did you get wine turds?
So,
No, not yet.
as we were discussing of touching too much, so we were driving down. Probably it was. We got off the motorway, didn't we? We were going through. Was it Manchester?
You got off on the motorway.
Was it Manchester we went through?
Oh, yeah. Because he didn't go round the normal route because it's a rear-wheel drive car. He was limited to 40 miles an hour. So he said, we'll cut through rather than going round the motorway because that's going to be really slow because I can only do 40.
Hey, you can only do.
But why would? Yeah, because it's rear-wheel drive. It's turning the drive shafts and the gearbox. And
weren't on a bed then. It would just be.
No, the front wheels are on the.
It's the little towing dolly that comes down out of the back of the patrol vans. So it's front wheels up. Basically, Mingebag mounted his van. That's what happened there.
And if
Mingebag dogged it.
And if there's two things you don't want mating, it's an MG Rover and a Ford.
Yeah, that would make a...
So, but then he was on the phone to Mustard to let... Oh, not Mustard. Paul, to let him know how
Mustard,
we're getting
you
on.
can call him
I know,
Mustard.
but his real name's Paul. And
Nobody calls
he
him
was
Paul.
on the phone to him and he were on about... Because he apparently found a part for it that he thought. And he went, no, we need a four-way. And the man looked at him and went... And I went, yeah, it's just a tosser. And he kept talking about all sorts, our three-way and all sorts. So yeah, it was really funny. And then he went on about, after he got off the phone call, that we were going to the yard of an extremely famous YouTuber called Project Nigel.
His sister, the AA Bloke's sister, lives 200 yards from the Yard of Dreams.
All right, okay.
So he knew exactly where he was going.
So she'll be the one that's been complaining about all the crap.
He just didn't know that there was a YouTube superstar dwelling behind those gates.
He didn't want to rear lift it, Neil, because apparently it's too much trouble to keep the front wheel straight.
Show us on the dolly where the nice man touched you. Well,
Who said that?
who's that Trace? Who's that aimed at? Me or Joe?
Oh, Mingebag.
Oh, Mingebag, yeah. And the inappropriate touching is all part of the service, says Neil. You didn't touch me inappropriately when I met you and I showed you my penis.
Yeah, you put him off there, didn't you?
Oh, probably, yeah.
He knew what he was getting
Yes,
into.
Tracy. Hello, Tracy. You said my name. And so, what's your wife called?
Julie.
Julie. I have no problem with Matt. I've discussed this with Jason. I would like to clear the air because it ruins the whole stream and the whole point of the community. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I just didn't like the fact that we kept sort of disputing negative energy towards each other, and it just got too much. All right.
Unusually serious for one of my live streams, isn't it?
But it was, wasn't it? It got a bit too much. You know, you'd say something, you know, we're both to blame, and I'd just like to put it past and just get on with it.
Yeah.
It's all a bit unnecessary. But look, the bottom line is, if Matt no longer wants to be part of my thing for whatever reason, that's cool. That's his prerogative. Just putting it out there that nothing to do with me. Well, not overtly anything to do with me, and I wouldn't have a problem with him coming back. Of course I wouldn't. He's a lovely chap who's been very nice to me. So. Yeah, if you guys want him back on this live stream, you'd have to talk to him, but from the sound of it, ain't gonna happen. I'm 6'3", says Neil, and he is. I've seen him in real life.
What?
I've had some massively inappropriate touching moments in the van. Well, yeah, well, you know, what you get up to on your break with your missus is
I'm
down
going to
to
say
you, isn't it?
Sophie on this stream.
Oh dear. Andrew's with us. Hope you're doing well. Oh, bloody hell! Paul Cooper's with us. Just stopped by to remind you not to freeze your wine with all these distractions. Thanks, mate.
Simone has sent 2 T-shirts to the Hubnuts.
Oh, that's very kind of her. What, for nothing?
I don't think so. I assume they've paid. Simone, tell us whether they've paid. I assume they have. If not, why was mine not free?
Yeah, and why haven't I got one?
Do you subscribe to her channel?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Are you a member of her channel?
No.
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 No, I'm not one of the two.
Exactly.
And I agree with Neil. Life's too short to be arguing and bringing crap up from the past.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You're meant to be helping the situation, Simon.
That means I can't talk about my divorce again.
No, it doesn't.
Hang on.
How many gibbons do you own, Neil? To have...
We haven't even continued the story.
Julie says, Boaty, whether you did something to make him go away or not, I think you could reach out to him and tell him you miss his fun contributions. And Joe, I think you and Matt should hug it out. Ah, you can't take Minge Bag anywhere, says Andrew, the dirty little thing.
And then Juju's going to be quiet now.
Oh, my dolly comment was aimed at Joe, because Joe was the one who was talking about being touched on the cheeks. I was touched as well.
Well, I was trying to help get because the
Excuse
belt.
me?
Well, he had seat covers on the van, so the belt kept going under the seat cover.
Why
So-
did he have seat covers, we wonder?
Well, it was a brand new, nice transit van. He didn't want to.
You
ruin
don't
it.
know what sort of filth you're going to get in, do you?
Exactly.
But we
I
were
mean,
trying to get
maybe
it
he
out.
knew. Maybe he knew that I'd been towed by that other lunatic, and that the chances are I'd have shat myself.
That other lunatic.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, I was touching class. Right. No, Julie, you're fine. You're fine. You can speak. Talk as much as you like.
That's just what she looks like. She's got a zip on her mouth.
Oh, right. Okay.
She looks like Zippy from Rainbow.
So, where did we get to? Yeah.
What's
so
the new one about? As many as 4.
I don't know.
Why am I not seeing these messages? Oh, hang on. That's how many gibbons he's got.
What?
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are any of them funky gibbons?
Do, the funky gibbon. Right, he's not going to know what that's about.
No, I'm just.
He's only a fetus. He's got... Okay, right, for 2 points, who recorded the song The Funky Gibbon?
Neil.
Right, you see? He hasn't got a clue. Neil won't know either.
That's true.
Neil's a youth.
That's true.
Neil's another bloody fetus. Not quite as much of a fetus as him, but he's still he's a big fetus.
I'm going to put my guess out there because I think I know, and then Bert will tell me I'm wrong. Was it the Goodies?
It was.
Yes.
2 points to you.
The funky gibbon. Yeah, but he should know that. He's the right... Actually, you're actually a bit young for the Goodies. Did you ever watch the Goodies when they were cutting?
Probably when I was tiny, because my dad used to watch him.
All right. Extra bonus point if you name all 3.
I can't remember one of them. Quick, make some names up.
I ain't got a clue.
Barry, Charlie, and Heath.
Not even close.
No.
Oh, somebody tell him who the Goodies were. Trace?
Bill, Graham, Tim.
Correct. Well done, Trace.
well done.
Bill
Tracy.
Goody.
No, Bill Oddie,
Bill Oddie.
Tim Brooke Taylor,
Tim...
Goodies,
Wright?
goody.
Tim Brooke Taylor,
Oh.
and Graham Garden.
Graham Garden. Is that his real name?
Yes, Graham Garden.
Graham, Tim.
Now, the interesting thing about the Goodies is they were the first Monty Python.
They were before Monty Python?
Same time. They were all in Footlights together at Cambridge, and the original Monty Python lineup included the Goodies.
Ah.
Greater
They went off to be all
Garden Bill.
psychedelic, didn't they? In
Andrew
Monty
put
Python
Greater
did.
Garden Bill, Oddie, and Tim Brooke Taylor, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Brooke
Oh
Taylor.
God. Yeah. COVID got him. COVID got him.
Ali Mack's here. Greetings, Ali Mack. Hope you're doing all right, and you're not trapped under an Audi, which I always say, and I don't think he's ever been trapped under an Audi.
Hey, hello there. I watched a bit of your live stream the other night. Pure filth, by the way.
I can't watch a whole Ollie Mackay live stream.
Oh God, they go on for about 3
I have to
days.
go to work at some point.
I mean, you need to sleep and eat, and we need to do another 24-hour live stream.
Well, let's debate this. Did you actually do a 24-hour live stream, or did you just leave it going for 24 hours? Because there is a difference.
Is there?
Yeah, if you were doing a 24-hour live stream for charity, would you accept just leaving it going for 24 hours?
Well, if it's for charity, yeah. I mean, what sort of arsehole would say, I know you're raising money for children with cancer, but you went to the toilet, so fuck you.
Yeah, but you didn't even... They were a whole day part of it, weren't they?
There was 8 hours when I went to sleep.
There you go.
And some other time when I went to work. What do you want me to do?
But we should do a 24-hour live stream, and if we can find it, we'll do it after this.
So finish the story off, Joe.
So we were on the way to the Yard of Dreams, pretty much. We were talking about high house prices because we were passing some really nice houses. He showed us where he lived, which
He
was
did.
rather odd.
He said, I live down there.
Yeah.
Is this the AA man?
Yes,
The second
Samuel,
AA man.
Samuel.
Who is subscribed to my channel now.
So we get to the
Of course.
yard and...
Well, I mean, he's probably unsubscribed by now.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, 29 people watching, there you go.
So basically we arrive at the yard and poor Paul is sat there waiting for us, and we come in and the AA man's like, hello. He's thinking he's proper famous, and he's like, hello, and Paul was like, hello. He unloaded the van and then he asked
That was
about...
uncanny. It was like
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah. And he unloaded the
Hello.
minge bag and then asked about the YouTube channel, searched up Project Nigel, and his face when he saw 5,000 subscribers about that. And he was like, I thought he was famous.
Oh, did you say yes? Oh. Oh,
But
God.
he did subscribe to both of them though.
Well, he probably felt sorry for us.
Yeah.
By the sound of it. So put on mustard. He's had no lunch. He's waited. He's waited all day. He had to survive on cold sausages.
Is it sick?
Skick.
Said, Christ, is this still about the breakdown?
It is.
Yes. But we'll finish about that very shortly. So, well, hang on.
So basically, he unloaded minge bag. He loaded back up his bits and bobs. Went on his merry way after subscribing to the most famous YouTube channels. And then we got the engine bay cover off to show Paul what had gone wrong, and he instantly got to work on it, but wasn't happy about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. And to cut a long story short, he fixed it.
It was about 50 minutes, was it, to fix
Yeah,
it?
about that.
He stabbed himself in the finger with a
He
pick.
did.
There was a lot of swearing.
He's had a piss awful day. It started raining. He's had to survive on cold sausages. He hasn't had lunch, and then he's got to get his hands dirty, which he doesn't like doing anymore. But he did fix it, and Minge Bag did drive home without a problem.
Followed by Michael Jackson.
Followed by Michael Jackson, who drove.
Sublime.
Oh,
So now you can talk about Michael Jackson.
yeah.
Oh, he's a lovely car. But to be honest, I didn't spend much time, did we? We literally got there, fixed Minge Bag, helping to put all the bolts and things away, didn't we? Literally taxed Michael Jackson. Literally drove him 100 yards up and back down. And then we literally had a cup of tea after we fixed Minge Bag. It peed down with rain, and that was it.
Repetition of literally.
Literally.
Literally
that's-
repeated that though.
That's a point to me.
But yeah.
We should play live stream just a minute, right? When you talk on the live stream, you're not allowed to.
Literally.
You're not allowed repetition, deviation, or what's the other one?
Is it everything?
Oh, hesitation.
Oh,
Hesitation, repetition, and deviation.
I forgot about that. I gave you and Paul his presents. So
Oh, we gave some lovely presents, darling. So I've got them here ready to show you.
I gave
Unboxing
Paul
video.
all the local Cornish ales and beers. a genuine Rover China cup.
Hang on.
Some other little bits and bobs.
Allow me to demonstrate the
Ooh.
genuine Rover China cup.
That's posh.
It genuinely is if you look under the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, it might be China, who knows?
Well, it's
And
been
it came
dated.
from a genuine MG dealership.
Fine bone china. Thank you very much. So thank you, Joe. That's a lovely gift. Joe also gave me very, very kindly the gift
Bubble
of,
wrapped as well. So
the
they
gift
give
of drunkenness. 2 nice bottles of wine there, for which I'm very grateful. You know, I mean, he did touch me, to least he could do, really.
And bought you lunch.
And he bought me lunch, yeah. He
And the whisks that should have come about 3 weeks ago.
very kindly gave
which
me
Amazon sent them to me.
a nice pair of
After
nice
all
pair
that
of
drama
sauce
of
whips.
sending the wrong thing, they sent it to me.
And he said, oh, and also,
Oh yeah.
bless him, some Apple doings to replace the cheap Chinese ones, which caused all of the shenanigans with the...
A genuine iPad charger and a genuine iPhone charger because I no longer have Apple products.
So,
Yay!
I went to Samsung.
so thank you very much indeed for that, Joe. That's extremely kind.
String, everybody loves string. Okay.
Because
yeah,
Ben
no
said this is
herbs.
like a bag of runner beans, stringing it out. Should do 24-hour live tag team in it, says Trace. 2 hours each, but with crossovers, says sometimes there's a couple of people on stream.
Yes.
I'm up for that. Ali Matt says my longest stream, I think, was 8 hours. It was New Year's. Don't forget to hit the like, says Trace. No says Pingu. Yeah, hesitation, not allowed. Message held for review.
Oh, thank you, Pingu.
Yeah, that's Phil's Ben. And yeah, so that's kind of what happened today. And the drive home was uneventful. My temperature gauge stayed rock solid, apart from the little bit, you know, that steep hill
Yeah.
up to the top
I
of...
thought it got a bit hot because I could smell it.
Really? Could you really?
I thought it was MJ for a little while. I
It
was panicking because I was zooming up the hill because it was in second gear and it was still struggling to get up the hill because it didn't have enough momentum. Because you slowed down
Yeah.
and then you zoomed off in your 1.8 gone and there's me trying to get it up the hill.
Yeah, it's terrible when you
And I
go.
didn't want to rev it too much because I didn't want to like cook it. 'Cause
First
it
day
been-
blows
yeah,
up.
it's been sat up for about a month or so.
Yeah, and it, you know, nothing worse than not being able to get it up. No, it didn't get hot. It
No.
went. It normally sits slightly underneath halfway, and it went to only slightly over halfway, and then that was the top of the hill, and it went straight
What
back
you should
down
do
again.
tomorrow morning is check the coolant, see if it's gone down.
Good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. Is
Yeah.
that? I'm not gonna have time in the morning.
Well, we're not going in not Wetleg, minge bag.
No, we don't.
Definitely
no,
not.
Definitely not. So that's the other thing, darlings.
Are you off tomorrow?
I am, but I've got prior engagement.
How dare you?
But if they don't come through, I'll join you at the yard.
Cool.
I feel terribly guilty about having ruined 2 people's days. Now, Joe came up all the way from Cornwall. Okay, he came up to collect a car, but he could have done that in one day. He went to a lot of expense. He's had
A lot
time
of
off
money.
work, spent a lot of money, so that he could have a full day at the yard with Mustard. I mean, I was going to be there as well, which is a shame, but
Pretty much a £200 train ticket to stand up for 3 hours.
shit, yeah. And he didn't get his day at the yard with Mustard. He didn't get his lunch. He didn't
I
get the
did
lunch
kind
video,
of,
all of that. And of course, Mustard has had a day of just standing around waiting for us. He got no lunch at all. And I feel terribly guilty over that. So I suggested, now, Joe had already told me that he's booked the rest of the week off. So I said, why don't you stay an extra night? And we will go back to the yard tomorrow and we'll have a full yard day there tomorrow, except we'll have to leave a little bit early because I've got to get back for work. And that is what we're going to do, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah.
But I've got
That's
to get
only
up.
because he wants you to buy dinner again.
He's paying.
Ah, well, that's going to be a question, isn't it? Whose turn is it?
I think Paul would agree with you.
Yeah, but Paul got given money to buy me lunch on his live stream.
That's true.
So,
I'm not getting involved.
fence sitting.
Paul is conspicuous by his absence tonight.
Oh, Paul's always absent. He didn't look at any of my shit.
To be honest, he's probably that knackered and tired. He's editing a video and probably gone to bed.
And sticking little pins into a doll of,
with your face.
doll of me. I genuinely felt so guilty. And I'm going to do my best to put it right tomorrow. I'm going to take Joe back to the yard tomorrow. I'm going to get up Tuesday. Now, you know how it works, darlings, right? I'm dead after the weekend. I get through Monday on fumes. I do this live stream. By the end of this live stream, all I want to do is sleep for 24 hours. So Tuesday is normally my day of doing sod all. Not tomorrow, darlings. I've got to get up earlier than I want to get up. And I've got to schlep back 160 miles to the yard.
The only downside today was that we filled up MJ minge bag at the petrol station, put £15 in it, and didn't even use any of the fuel.
Oh, we used a bit. And I had to put another 15 quid in on the way back to be safe. But, you know, that's because I'm sensible and don't want to run out of petrol again like I did the other night.
God.
Oh, did you not hear about that? Yeah, I ran out of petrol in minge bag. It was on the test run to see if she was going to be okay to go today.
Right.
So I took her to work and I was doing some dodging about that night. And suddenly she'd been fine. And then suddenly cough, splutter, misfire, cough, splutter. And I thought, oh God. Okay, so this is the next thing to go wrong. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? And after about 10 minutes, I thought, well, the fuel gauge is showing empty.
It could be that.
Kind of a good sign.
Could it be that? And by now it's barely running at all. And so doing a lot of lift and coast and a lot of coffee spluttery, I got into the fuel station, put some fuel in it, and that solved the problem.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So today I was sensible and made sure that there was, it was down to a quarter of a tank on the way back, so I put another 15 quid in. I thought, sod the expense. And tomorrow I'm going to get up super early because Joe wants to leave at,
I just thought if you've got to get back sort of lunchtime, if we leave early, it'll give us a bit more time.
Well, yeah, but it'll give me less time sleeping in bed and touching myself.
Do we do violin?
Yeah,
Okay.
frankly.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow, darlings. We're going to head back to the yard and we're going to have a full day there. What car are we going in?
I don't know. One that's not going to break down.
Well, you can choose. That way it's your fault. You did say boo when I asked you
I
this
did say
before.
boo. It would be nice to go out in.
Would you like to go out in boo?
Yeah, but I don't want to go if the clutch is.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Sheeson's CVT, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pick Shison.
I know, but Chison's just another 25.
But we're CVT gearbox.
I know, but I've had one.
Oh.
That was my last one.
His last 25 was a CVT. He wants to go in boo and get his money's worth out of his wind deflectors.
Yeah.
Just make sure you've got AA on
I mean, I would say
speed.
dig a dum-dum, but he would drink fuel like nothing.
It's not your fuel.
I know, but...
Yeah, but he wants me to pay for lunch. And I'm poor.
Which car on your fleet has fuel?
Wetleg. Wetleg's got loads.
Yeah, but he's got no MOT.
Yeah, that is the slight downside of Wetleg. Yeah.
So we'll push it.
Yeah. No, I'm just answering the question. You said which car's got fuel.
Well, one that's legally allowed to drive on the road.
Oh, fucking
I mean,
hell.
technically we could drive Wetleg if you said that you were going to an MOT and booked it with the garage.
I could actually.
Mm.
Yeah?
But then you wouldn't be able to drive it back.
Yeah, I could.
Could you?
Yeah. I could. I've got an MOT booked at Mayfield Garage, so I drove there.
They were closed.
Right? And then as long as I don't get caught doing that, I'm then driving it back because I've got an MOT at the garage down there.
Someone screen record this.
We're not going in
We're
Wetleg.
leaving exactly at 10.
Right, cars I've got that are legal. Boo.
You had to think that.
Boo, Minge Bag, Dick-a-Dum-Dum, Shison.
Sounds like Dicky Dum Dum, to be honest.
I mean, it would be nice to go and Dick-a-Dum.
Well, there you go.
No, it's going to cost me a fucking
Go
fortune.
and Boo. Boo, because I haven't been in Boo.
Yeah.
And it's diesel, so it'll do more better on fuel.
Yeah, and it's permanent four-wheel drive and it's aerodynamic as a wardrobe.
It's a hippo.
It is a hippo.
Yeah.
Just remember where you parked up at side of motorway today.
Oh yeah, we'll go there again. That was a brilliant spot to break down. Right then, we've told the story of today, so the remainder of the live stream will be dedicated. You guys can ask any questions you like of the panel, my two co-presenters or myself, and you two can use this time to...
Boaty, the
Speak.
master mechanic.
My what?
You're the master mechanic.
Am I?
According to Steve Dull.
MOT doesn't run any better. Doesn't make it run any better.
Yeah, exactly. And they're all taxed. Apart from Brian.
Yeah, poor Brian.
Poor Brian.
Poor Brian.
Poor Brian. Is Brian still at the yard?
He's going to scrap it. No, I'm joking.
Rover
Yeah,
Joe's
but,
here.
But Brian is in the unit.
Yeah.
He's inside.
Yeah.
It's actually in the unit, yeah.
Wow.
Only because Mustard had to shift him to get the TF out.
Oh.
I'm not going to ask.
One thing I
Go
did
on,
know.
ask.
The four-way water. Is
Don't
that where it came from?
Oh yeah.
admit it.
No. Sugar.
We'll gloss over that.
What a turn. I'm going to replace it.
Rover Joe said,
What was that
we have more people reading the chat. That means Boaty will never be behind. But he has been.
Because he doesn't stop talking.
That's what a live stream's supposed to be
It
about.
is true. It is
Neil
true.
put, if you still haven't got that fix by the time when I'm up there next, he will do it for you, no problem.
Really?
Yes.
You basically, what you need to do is just book Neil in to do all the work.
Do the clutch, do Stiggy, do...
Neil is my new best friend.
I mean, you do pay a fortune for the AA, so...
I bloody do. £53 a
He's
month.
paying £50-something a month, where I am paying £11.50, and the AA man nearly crashed the van when he heard £50.
Why is it 50?
I
I
don't
assume
know.
you've got full on.
Because once you've been with them for 12 months, they give you a 12-month introductory offer. And then after 12 months, they fuck the price up, send you a big package saying, congratulations, you are now a gold member. You get this, and this, and this, and this, and this.
Ali Mack has donated a £5 towards some wine.
Oh, bless him.
And Rover Joe is craving a sausage sandwich.
He's bloody starving.
He is bloody starving, and he's also not you. I kept messaging Rover Joe earlier when I was messaging you.
Actually.
Yeah, like 3
Oh.
times.
You
Ali
were,
Mack,
I
thank
saw
you.
your
Thank you very
messages
much.
because I have it on the watch and I was driving. That's why I was a bit like. and,
Oh,
and as I sent it, I passed a speed camera and I thought, shite. And I looked down and I was like, oh, it's a 40, it's fine.
Pingu
I can give you 40% off your next subscription to AA.
brilliant. Well, I shall unsubscribe and resubscribe through Neil.
Yeah, because I pay £11.50 and that's the whole cover besides where you pay a deposit and they'll pay the garage bill. Because they wouldn't cover it because of the car's age anyway.
Skick says, why don't you sell all of your cars and buy one classic?
Rover Joe, I had 3 messages and I thought, oh, the thing's always in the way. Thought, wait, what's going on? Have I thought I planned something?
Poor Rover Joe.
I don't sell all of my skick. I don't sell all of my cars skick and buy one classic because when that broke, I couldn't get to work.
Pingooper, we need to upgrade Mustard Mechanical to Neil Mook Fix Everything.
Mustard would be well up for that because he wants to retire his hands. He doesn't want to do the dirty hand stuff anymore. He has publicly stated that he doesn't want to bugger about with cars any longer.
I don't blame
Thank you
him.
very much.
You're welcome.
Oh, my wife is listening and asks, who is this
Boaty.
Boaty? A lot of people ask that question. I'm basically an educator.
Well, from what he was explaining to the AA man, he's an extremely famous person.
I'm basically an educator, Mrs. Ali Mac, because people watch one of my live streams or one of my videos and then say, well, that taught me a lesson.
Oh, that was the other thing we did. He whipped out his phone and started recording for the Daily Diary and started naming Melanie Minchbag is on the back, and the AA man was still like, what? Oh dear.
Bless him.
Well, there we are. Yeah, so that's why I don't sell all of my cars, Skick. And also, you need different cars for different purposes. Now, Skick, I imagine that you have more than one pair of trousers. I imagine that you have more than one pair of shoes. I imagine that you have more than one item of cutlery because you require different utensils for different purposes. You can't drink soup with a fork. You can't cut steak with a spoon. So you have different things.
Is this another Alanis Morissette song?
Well, cars are exactly the same, Skick. You need different cars for different things. So, at a bare minimum, you need a daily car, which should be reliable-ish and economical. You need a convertible for when it's sunny. You need a fast car for when you want to go fast. You need a 4x4 for when it's winter. You need a big car to carry people in. You need a posh car for when you're going to church.
You can cut a steak with a spoon only if it's from a tin. Joe, can you let us know what cars you have now? I literally just have the Rover 25 Michael Jackson,
That you've just bought.
which I've just bought.
Ah,
I'm very happy with it,
and you're happy with it,
apart from the window.
apart from the window.
Oh, what's up with the window?
The passenger window doesn't work.
Ah.
I wasn't told.
It does work.
I don't know, I'm sure it was down in a video he put up, so maybe the switches.
Well, it depends how you define work. I mean, it's doing its job. Can you see through it?
Yes.
Right. And is it stopping the wind from coming in?
Yes, and the rain.
Well, so it's working.
And the wipers work.
So it's working. What's the matter with the window? Hmm. What else do you require a window to do?
Go down.
You can't just assume that somebody's going to go down just because you want them to.
But it's designed to go up and down.
Possibly.
Does the heater fan work?
Yeah.
On all speeds?
But it can only
But
go
it
to
won't
the
blow
middle
away.
temperature. It can only go to the middle temperature.
Yeah.
The heat is
Standard. Shison's got the same issue.
I'm
Shison's
sure
only
someone
got
said if you
halfway.
squirt WD-40 like there, but I don't want to break it.
I think the issue is because Mustard did Nigel, and I think the issue is actually a kinked wire. I think the wire gets kinked.
Because it's weird, because the actual fan speed one, I think, has been twisted, because the actual white bit is down the bottom when you've got it on full.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, I
Standard.
think someone's had a play with
They're
it.
all like that. Shison's knobs were all totally knackered.
But all the lights work behind it, where my other one didn't.
But I was very careful. When I took Derek back to live its best life with its new owner, I swapped all the knobs over.
What do you mean by the regulator replacement? Does he mean the...
Bit that makes it go up and down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was on about the heater.
No. Rover
No,
Joe says, what if you need to go through a drive-through but in the USA?
Guess I'll be reversing.
Yeah, you did it.
My reversing skills weren't bad. Got it in that parking... Well, that's not even that.
Oh, that's something we need to talk about. Our Joe here is about to embark on a new career. Tell them what you're going to be doing,
I'm
Joe.
becoming a bus driver.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Well, I might be. I've got my job interview on the 30th.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I'll get it.
Yeah, me too. I've heard they're desperate. Well, no, I didn't mean that in an unpleasant way. I mean, they are desperate here. There are adverts all over the place saying, you probably think that you're too old. Or too young, or haven't got the skills, but hey, we'll take you. Come along, seriously. We don't care if you're nearly dead. We'll,
I don't care if you
we'll
do
train
it.
you, and you can drive one of our buses until you pop your clogs.
It'll be a standard bus or a double decker.
Will it?
Yeah.
A double decker?
Depending on what route I go on.
Do you have double deckers down there?
They don't go down like Cornwall, but we go from Bute to Launceston to Plymouth, Exeter.
Nice hand movement.
Yeah.
My mate got a job as a bus driver.
Yeah.
He crashed into a bus stop. After that, they found out he'd got a heart problem, so he's got a little key ring and something in his heart that if he thinks his heart's going to stop, he puts his key ring on it.
I'm quite looking forward to that meeting.
Right, this is true. My friend also became a bus driver, going way, way back, my childhood friend. And he also crashed his bus. And they discovered that he's a fucking lunatic driver. And his answer to how it happened was, well, I wanted to see how fast it would go downhill.
Well, to be honest, I'm still waiting to get back if I actually have a job left. Because the other day I was driving, because I drive for a van, I drive a 3.5 tonne van as a job at the moment. I was overtaking a lorry and didn't realise there was a bloody mobile speed camera van. But I was quite close to the car in front, and the one was quite close behind me, so I'm hoping they didn't catch my number plate. Because I keep forgetting I meant to do 60 on the motorway in the van, and those big go like 75.
Oh, is it not restricted?
No.
Oh, the Sainsbury's
The
ones
van
were.
that I drive is a new one, and it's just gone out of warranty, and they've remapped it for more oomph.
Ah.
So it really does fly.
And this is the man that will be driving when you get on, when your grandmother gets on the bus to go to the bingo.
She'll get there fast.
Do you want some practice?
No.
God, let's do some bus role playing.
Bus role play.
Yeah, you be the driver.
Well, if I saw him coming again on my bus,
You
I'd
wouldn't
close
open
the
the door.
doors and drive off.
There's your steering wheel. Right, do you want to do you want to be the first passenger?
Yeah. Hang on, I'll walk in as I'm going on. No,
Did I have to pass a test? I will do. The first 2 tests that I'll have to have is a medical. And then they also have to look into you if you're not a pervert and all that. I can't remember what that's called.
Oh, good luck with that one.
And then it'll be a theory test. And then I'll have the job and I'll go on
Oh,
to
what,
my
to
training.
find out if you're theoretically a pervert?
The thing with buses nowadays, you don't even pay, do you? So it's literally just
Yeah.
bloop,
And get on.
And get back in the queue at the bus stop.
and then
Get
sit
off
there
my
with
bus!
your ears
You're not on the bus
in.
yet. Right, you drive your bus up to the bus stop.
Oh,
Look at the road. Don't look
no,
at
I've
me.
just questioned the granny. 100 points, mate.
Right, open your door. That door.
Well, that one. Open.
Well, I'm already on. Unless I'm in a wheelchair, in which case you need to put that ramp bit down.
Hey, what? Foot mat.
Did I consider HGV driving? I probably would, to be fair, but it's all about, because Cornwall's a really small place, and especially where I live,
No, it's not.
it is, I've got to travel
Cornwall's
quite...
massive.
Yeah, but if you think about it, where I live,
No, I've thought about it. Cornwall's massive.
to get to the train station was 70 miles to get to the nearest train station. So
Yeah,
you
and
have
that's
to
not a
go
small
far
place.
to get anywhere. So to even get a job...
Yeah, that means it's a big place.
Yeah,
If it was a small place, you wouldn't have to go far to get anywhere. If it was a small place, everything would be just... You haven't thought this through at all, have you?
It started off being a small place that's big.
Right.
It's
Well,
a big small
Bude is
place.
tiny. That's what I'm on about. Bude is tiny. Cornwall's not tiny.
Oh, there's
Understand
gaps
that.
in between places.
Yeah.
Ah,
Bude is
that's
a tiny, small little seaside
That's where
town.
you confused us by saying Cornwall is a small place. We
Oh.
thought you meant Cornwall is
No,
a
I
small
meant
place.
So to get a job locally is hard.
So whenever you say Cornwall, we should assume that you mean Bude.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Right.
How big's Bude? I mean Cornwall.
Get off my bus. You are barred.
Are you allowed to do that? Are you
Yeah, you
allowed to
actually
bar
are.
people from the
You are.
buses?
Because it'll all have cameras.
Are you allowed to eat on your bus?
I don't know.
Oh, fucking
I would
hell.
have thought so. Don't see why
Are
not.
gibbons allowed on the buses?
What about heavy petting?
Gibbons
Well,
are
like, you
heavy
can't. I
pets.
don't think you can actually touch me. That's
I didn't mean with you, you fucking...
I'll be in a box.
I didn't mean with you.
Ban everyone who doesn't drive a Rover. That is exactly what I'm going to do. And every time someone gets on the bus, I'm going to have to go, subscribe to Boaty's World.
You could just stick stickers on you. Every bus that you get put on.
You know, you have the adverts on the back of the bus.
I will be giving you business cards to put on the bus. Tune into Smashing Bristols.
No, but what I was saying, back to I can't even say his name. Skick. Yeah, I would like to do HGV driving, but it's about I'd have to travel far to get it. Because to do my training, they put you in a hotel, they pay for it anyway. But I have to travel to Plymouth, which is where Simone lives, which from Bude is, I think, is about 55 miles. So, you know, and that's going to be driving there, staying for 3 or 4 days, driving back to Bude, then going back to the training.
So basically, you don't want to become an HGV driver because you're not willing to drive 55 miles. So that's probably a wise career choice because I don't know if you've looked into
The
HGV
bus
driving,
depot, where,
but you would often be required to drive more than 55 miles. That's
I get that.
It's kind of how things get to other places. I mean, you'd have been shocked and stunned. You could have been in Cornwall, you know, that tiny little place.
That tiny
where
place,
everybody
yeah,
knows
yeah.
everybody else by name. And they could say, take this to Scotland. And you would have said, no problem at all. Is it within my 55 mile acceptable radius? Milkman, that's what you want to be. Milkman don't have to travel more than 55 miles.
HGV driving.
They actually do, actually.
You'd be able-
There is a milk place that come to our street for a guy that lives up the road, and they come from Oakhampton, which is pretty much 40 miles away.
I know where Oakhampton is. I used to go there when I lived in Devon.
Rover Joe says, could you imagine a massive double-decker with a huge sticker of Boaty's face with a big grin on it?
I would have no people on the bus.
That'd be the best place to be. You wouldn't be able to see it.
I'm amazed you haven't done that.
Skip
I'm amazed
said
you-
Boaty.
I'm amazed you haven't got your channel logo on
Skip
buses.
said
everywhere.
Boaty, calm down a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No problem, I'll calm down.
naughty.
Look, calm.
Naughty. Is that a regulation bus steering wheel side?
It's quite funny, isn't it?
It looks like a tiny.
I don't get why it's got a hole in it, and I don't like the steering wheel being see-through and made out of glass. And the horn don't work, so the bus wouldn't be allowed on the road.
I just love the idea of you being an HGV driver with a 55 mile radius. No, absolutely not.
Imagine ringing up the
Not doing
Stigbürt
that.
here. Sorry, you're not getting your stuff today. You're too far away.
Maybe you just need a chain of people that only did 55 miles.
And to be honest, I'm a people person, so I wouldn't want to be a HGV driver, to be fair. Get too lonely, doesn't it?
Not necessarily.
I mean, I like my job now because
It depends how many immigrants you've got in the back. You can always chat to them at the services when you open the door and give them some air. And then when you go to prison, you'll have lovely times with lots of people.
Oh, Tracy says we've missed loads of messages. There are requests and everything going on.
Oh, go on, read through them. You're in charge.
I didn't see any.
How far back are we supposed to be going here? Right, remember you can't cut
Oh,
your
would you
steak
be
with a
able to
spoon.
take one sock off slowly? Let me see, please, if you can. If not, no worries.
Tell him it's a tenner.
Is there a wall made out of corn there?
Oh, that's Michael Burrows. It's a tenner.
Unless one of you two wants to do it for
The
free.
guy on the left, show socks, please. That's you, Simon.
Is that Pingu?
No, that's
Oh, no, that's-
Burrows.
No, it's
Footman.
still Burrows.
Show him your sock, you miserable sod. Go on.
No.
Give us a...
I'd also like to say that the pre-project drive steering wheel and interior is so nice. The seats are so much comfier. The steering wheel is so much more premium. Where they... That's too much touching.
Oh, he's got socks. Tiny socks.
Tiny socks.
You're welcome. And you can see that foot stark naked for just 10 of the king's pounds.
Is that a new person, Braveheart Tina?
That's Ali's wife.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Talking quiet.
Yes.
Rover Joe says, how far back the previous stream? Oh, my messages have all gone bonkers.
Everything going on, and I pinged Boaty. Apparently, Tracy has pinged you.
Yeah, to tell me that Footman is here. And you're very welcome, Michael. It's lovely having you on the live. Thank you for joining us.
Just one sock off slowly, please, Boaty. He's even saying Boaty now.
Ban everyone who. Oh, that was.
I've offered to do it if he gifts a channel membership. Now, I can't say further than that, can
Do I have a channel? I am thinking about starting a channel. We'll see.
What would you put on it?
Well,
Oh,
nothing
right.
that's more than 55 fucking miles away for a start.
It could just be a series of places at 55 miles away.
That's
Call
what you
it
should
no
call it.
less than 55 miles.
Within 55 miles of Bude.
Cornwall.
That'd be a great channel name.
How big is Cornwall?
Oh, it's quite big,
It is.
isn't it?
It is big.
It's about the same
A
size
tour
as
around
Wales.
Cornwall, considering how small it is. Rover Joe Sharp. I mean, I am rather far from home. So, home. So, Cornwall is.
Pingu's got a good
So,
suggestion.
Cornwall is all of this to about there. So, pretty much that, and then that's Devon.
Right, you know they can't see that, right?
I know, I was showing Simon. All those blue
It's
dots
not
is where
about
I
Simon.
do for
Okay.
work.
You should be showing
So I
them.
travel about 250 miles to 300 miles a day in my nice van.
In your super powered van.
Superpowered van. I love my van.
You have seat covers.
Yeah. I generally do. Because when they first bought that van, I told them, get seat covers, because the amount of times all of us get in and out, because we share vans, we've got about 8 vans as the fleet, and they get in and out all the time, and they'll rip it. What do they do? Rip the seat. And the van's not even a year and a half old.
Who's the worst person that you work with? Who do you dislike the most, and why do you dislike them?
The owner of the company.
Oh, good.
That's a
He's an
bad choice.
absolute
Welcome to
wet
Joe's
lettuce.
resignation speech.
Oh, I've told him. I've already told him that I'm leaving. And I've already left the company. I left in February,
Oh, okay.
but they couldn't get anyone decent. And the person that got took over me when I left crashed the van into a brand new Mercedes and wrote both of them off. Yeah, and
Not a
then he
good
rang
first
me and
week,
begged
then.
me to come back.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish we had the hedgehog of truth.
I'm not. It genuinely did, and I even have his pic on my phone as a lettuce because he's a wet lettuce.
Are there any other interesting questions in the comments?
Oh, that wine's frozen. Look at that.
Yeah, standard at this time.
I bet that's nice though.
Oh, fucking lovely.
I think that.
Ah,
Boaty does need moderators. Hashtag just saying. Please, Boaty. That's about the sock thing. Just take one sock off slowly. If you donate £10, I ask, is Joe from Bude? Yes, Tracy, I'm from Bude, and Bude is a very, very massive place, and Cornwall is extremely small. I can't wait to get my Honda welded. Finally got. Oh, fair enough.
Rover Joe's got the whole one side of a Honda, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We saw the whole one side of a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow in Keighley.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the gold wheels? No. That one on about the Jaguar we saw.
Ooh.
Remember the green one that come round the roundabout?
Oh, that was
I can't remember what it's called.
well, it was an XJS, but it was either a Lister or it had the full Lister kit on it, and it wasn't really a Lister. The Lister, for those who don't know, was a Jaguar XJS that was fitted with a 6-litre engine rather than the standard 5.3 V12, and it was immediately discernible as such by twin headlamps rather than the single rectangular headlamp. Lowered stance, larger wheels, boot spoiler, etc., etc. And that's Latin.
Tracy, did your mother-in-law live in Boscastle when it flooded? But yes, Boscastle's a very lovely place. Very hilly though.
Did you watch Lucy Letby being sentenced, did I ask you? No, Skip. We were too busy being broken down on the side of a motorway.
How convenient.
And then being towed at an insane speed on the M67 by a mad AA man who had a raging desire and need to get back to get his kids from nursery, towing me on a tow rope that was about 9 inches long. So no, I missed that.
I really didn't enjoy that.
What's Julie on about? There's a glitch in the matrix. Oh, this time it's not a cat, it's a Michael.
She was, yes.
Oh,
she
I
was
think
about
I know
a
what it's
mile
about.
inland. So does that mean she wasn't flooded then? Because it was only the bottom part that got flooded, wasn't it? I can't even remember when that was.
That's too personal.
Oh, Back in 2004, yeah, because I was 3 years old.
Only one sock off slowly. Let me see, please, Boaty. Yeah, if you donate a channel membership or chuck some money into the pot via a super chat, and which I will then use to donate a channel membership myself, I will do it gladly.
Who does Pingu think Longman is? Michael? I'm confused.
Yeah, it can't be.
No.
She wasn't flooded, she's up on the hills.
It could be Matt. Matt could be Michael.
Nah.
Well, they both share the total unwillingness to part with any money.
Oh, that's alright. At least she wasn't flooded. Because it was awful.
Mate had a Lister XJS, amazing looking car, but totally unreliable, nearly bankrupted him.
Neil Gibbons, for fuck's sake. I will send you a work sock for a fire. Maybe you could chop your foot off.
Like the movie Seven.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those
Send
patrol
in the
vans
post.
are manual.
Huh?
Those patrol vans are manual. He wouldn't be able to work.
Okay.
Tracy says, I just took my socks off, if that's any help. Surprised Tracy had socks on.
I am. She's always naked. She's always stark naked. That's the thing that used to bother me about Matt when he was in the bath. He used to watch the live streams all naked in the bath. And that was, I found that a little disconcerting. And that's not sexist.
Maybe Michael is a bot or a troll or a troll bot.
A troll bot.
Boaty, I would like to see your foot, please.
It's a tenner. You don't get to see my foot for nothing. And it's a really nice foot.
Pingu, I have my feet out too.
You won't be disappointed, Michael. It's a really lovely foot. I have got a classical pianist arches. And I'm not even joking. I've got beautiful arches.
Just one sock.
Poor Michael.
So-
He can't have much going on in his life at the moment.
Slowly.
What are you saying? That I'm not worth obsessing over?
I'm saying it's 1 minute to midnight and he's asking people to take the socks.
Tracy, just one sock. Damn, I overshot. She's taking her pants and everything off.
Oh, God.
Pingu's got his feet out.
Well, there you are. I'm not doing it for
Oh,
nothing.
did you see the Codfather's new yellow badges he put on?
Yes, very good.
No, I
Look
didn't.
really nice. But in that photo, doesn't it look blue?
What, Codfather?
Yeah. Did you see it?
No. It's got a kind of, it's that weird colour into it. It's not black, it's like a really dark.
It's not anthracite. It's
In
actually.
his photos, doesn't that
I
look
think
blue?
it's pearl metallic black. No, it looks black.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's blue to me as well.
Blue. That's his yellow badges. Doesn't that look nice?
Oh, they do look nice. Right, they can't see this. This is not good content.
They'll have already seen it on
Yeah.
Facebook.
If they're on your group, no Project Nigel's Facebook group. Oh.
Boaty looks a bit flustered or maybe a bit tired. I am both skick. It has been
Fair enough.
it's been a slightly troubling day. I mean, it's ended up okay. It's ended up okay. I mean, I fucked Mustard's day up. I fucked his day up.
No, you didn't fuck my day up. I was happy. We had lots of fun. It was just I felt bad for Paul.
Yeah, we both
Because,
felt bad
he
for
was sat there all
Mustard.
day on his own.
Yeah, Well, he had fuels
waiting
with him.
for to go out for lunch.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
And then when we arrived after the whole day, we got him to get his hands dirty and fix the car while we stood there and go, "You could do this. You could do that. Would you want this?"
we didn't make him do that. In
No,
fairness.
but he just got on and did it.
Yeah, because he didn't want another car left
No.
in the bloody yard. He didn't want another one of my my random leftovers there.
And you
knocking
were
about.
fascinated about, I think they're crocodile clips. That's what I'm sure they're called. You know the ones you have to put with pliers and you squeeze and the circle becomes bigger and you put it on the pipe and it goes tight
yeah,
again.
I know what you're
I couldn't figure out how
Surely.
they work, but they're pressurized or elasticated, so they
Yeah, there's just two ridges, don't you? Squeeze them together.
so you squeeze them together to open them,
Oh, no,
and
they're
then you
not
just let
crocodile
go
clips.
and they
Yeah.
cling in on themselves. I just
Crocodile-
didn't know how
crocodile
they work.
clips are them. I can't
Yeah,
remember what
crocodile
they're
clips
called.
like that.
Yeah,
ones
they're-
like triangles, like a crocodile's face.
makes sense.
Probably some circlip or something.
Yeah.
Should we have a quiz?
No.
That was the first question, and Joe's answered it.
Have you ever broken down? Yes. Have you ever broken down in an MGTF? Yes.
That was the first time.
Was
I
that your
broke.
first breakdown?
It was
Yes.
it was my first breakdown in an MGTF.
Was it your first breakdown in a K series?
Yeah.
Neil Gibbons says spring clip.
Spring clip, that's it. Yeah.
Tracy says move his candles while he's not looking.
Sod off.
Oh, I was thinking to swap them around, but the orange one there.
I wouldn't mind
Oh,
that.
alright, sorry.
They need replacing with candles that are capable of operating.
Yeah, one that actually
Oh,
works.
I know what I
We
didn't
could have
show
got
up.
candles at Morrison's.
Hey?
We could have got candles at Morrison's.
Well, we could have, yeah. We didn't.
Is there a Halfords nearby?
A helper.
Yeah.
Gotta be
There's
one in
Chesterfield.
Chesterfield.
Yeah.
It's the foot.
Right, darlings, you might remember that some while ago you bullied me into getting rid of my overlarge grinders. I've replaced them, and they arrived today when I was out, and the package was left on my outdoor dining table. Check them out. What do you make of those?
Made of wood.
Aren't they fabulous? I'm very pleased with those, and they fit very neatly and tidily there and there, which you can't see. And I'm sorry about that.
But they are very in line.
I wish you could see them, but
The OCD is on point.
sadly you can't.
And we need flowers. Well, you need
Oh yeah, I
flowers.
thought you said you were getting some.
Yeah.
I genuinely intended to get flowers, and all fucking hell let loose at work, didn't it? Did you watch you watched
Yeah,
the
yeah.
diary, didn't you? Oh God, it was hell.
Was it
I just didn't
unexpectedly
comment.
busy?
It was unexpectedly busy, and one of the chefs unexpectedly had to be rushed to hospital with
Dear.
with an unexpected suspected heart attack.
Okay.
So we unexpectedly had to try and run a kitchen with one unexpected solo chef, trying to do two chefs' work.
Tracy, they're not. They're both the same size. She says one's smaller than the other. Are they both the same size?
How do you know she's talking about those?
That's what.
Well, I'm glad we got that sorted.
Well, it's certainly something to think about. I'm not getting involved.
Oh, look. Have you put those in the right place?
Yes, we've put them in the right place.
Oh, you have actually.
Well, we tried to anyway.
No, that is perfect. I can't fault that. I cannot fault
I bet
that.
you can if you think about it.
No, I genuinely don't. I'm getting a bit hungry now. Has this defrosted?
Just realised Joseph Lloyd Webber is nearly at 10k.
He's not even on 9k.
That's what Rover Joe says.
I'll have a look.
He's on 8,000 and something. And don't call him that. He doesn't like it.
Don't like it. Don't like it.
And he's a very nice man. I would like to place on record that Joseph Lloyd is a lovely, friendly, funny, nice man. There. I just want to put that on record. I like him.
8,500.
There you go.
That's
yeah,
not
but
nearly
that's not
10.
like. Yeah, that's true. It's just not. That's 1,500.
Rover Joe, you're insane.
I'm nearly on 5.
You are very close.
What am I on now?
It still says 4.94 for me. So it won't tell you the exacts.
Oh, hang on. I can tell you.
You're on 717 videos.
Shit, am I?
Hmm.
God, I've been busy, haven't
You have been busy.
I? 717.
Oh, he thought it was on 9. Misread it.
4945.
Neil put, just don't talk about diesels.
He's really rabid about that. He's really rabid. I started talking to him about Boo, and he said, "Oh, is that a petrol V6?" And I said, "No, it's diesel." He went,
Is that because of the ULEZ?
"Yeah, yeah."
See, I don't think that's going to go places. I don't even think the electric cars are going to go places, personally.
You
Not
know,
if
if
you
you
don't
don't think
charge it.
anything's going to go more than 55 miles, do you?
Maybe that'd suit an electric car.
Yeah, I would
actually.
suit an
55
electric
miles.
car.
See, you are the future.
I do go more than 55 miles. I'm about to travel 400 miles. I went 55 miles back today, and then I'm going to do 400 back to Cornwall.
Huh? True?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Are you still shitting yourself about it?
Yes.
You'll be fine. I'd love to. I'm jealous. I'd love to do
Hydrogen
that.
is the future.
It is true. If
I
we
don't
can
even know
make
why it
enough.
hasn't taken off, really. Because it's only Toyota and someone else that's doing it.
It's still really expensive to produce, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's the problem.
Yeah.
They need to. They need the old economies of scale and all of that. Can we have a drunkenness update, please?
Your subscription to
Drunkenness
Boaty's Foot
update.
has
Yeah, Simon. How drunk do you feel at the moment?
Not at all.
How drunk do you
not
feel?
drunk
Dick?
at all.
I'm. I'm well on my
You
way.
can tell which one don't have to drive home.
Yeah. Oh, I never travel more than 5.5
Well,
meters
if I
from
got
the
to-
cottage.
If I got too drunk, I'd have walked back to the hotel.
Are you looking forward to your last night in the hotel?
Yeah. I'm really going to miss the aircon.
Right.
It's so nice. I've told Mum that we're going to have it fitted to the house. I've given her no choice.
It's going to be a real come down for you to slum it tomorrow night.
The heating on max.
What's C and P?
Copy and paste.
Ah, okay.
Your subscription to Boaty's Foot has expired. Please renew your membership to enjoy ultimate footage.
Yeah, correct.
What?
Boaty, you need to rename the channel. Boaty's Feet. I was told in the 90s diesel was the future, so someone is lying.
I did think about calling the channel Boaty's Foot, but there's quite a few women who would know that that was not entirely true.
I'll be doing a similar drive in a couple of weeks, Joe. Hopefully you have a quiet run. I'm hoping so too.
Oh, where's Adam going in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, where are you going, Adam? We need to know. Tell us all about it, please.
My husband, the driver, prefers diesels. To be fair, I prefer diesels, especially if you're going to do long distance. But I don't travel any more than 55 miles, so 1.4 petrol is perfect.
Your bus will be a diesel.
It'll be a hybrid.
Oh,
Actually, if
God,
I work in Plymouth, some of them are electric.
Gosh.
Get free Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And that's another thing, perk. My friends and family can get on the buses for free.
And that's a perk.
Wow.
Spending all day with your friends and family at work.
Get off your bus.
No, I would just
It's
argue
not on your bus, on any of the buses the company has.
Yeah, but who wants to go on a bus? I mean, no offence, but you could have to sit next to a working class person. You could. I've been on a bus, long time ago, obviously, and there were dreadful people on.
You're welcome to come on my bus.
No, I'd want a first class bus.
Might be a first class bus.
I doubt it.
Pingu says, and I don't know whether Boaty will get this, Honda, he had a good foot.
Would you maybe consider Tesla? Have been thinking about it. Rob has one.
Rob does have one.
Ask him
A very quick one.
how it's
Rob,
going.
not of beards and bangers.
Yeah. Do you know what his 0 to 60 is in his Tesla?
About
3
4
something seconds, isn't it?
3.1 or 3.3?
Has he got the performance?
Yeah.
That's got 3 motors, that's why.
That's it.
2 at the back, 1 at the front.
All right.
Yeah.
So is yours.
Has it?
Well, it's got 1 window motor.
At the back you have to wind. My brother has a Tesla. He is loving the tech side of it. To be honest, I think Teslas are the best for miles wise, aren't they?
I don't know.
Sure they are. They're quite advanced compared to.
But aren't they
everyone
quite expensive compared to
Yeah.
everything else?
It doesn't. The bottom range Tesla starts at like £40,000, I think.
I wonder how many other people watch these live streams naked. We know Matt used to. We know Tracy does.
No, Tracy started it all, I think.
Greenwood, my daughter, keeps asking me to get. Oh, he's talking to Tracy. I went on a bus one time and there was this woman who. Oh, yeah. It was a bit like the train, you could literally taste people. Awful.
That's the problem with public transport. You have to rub shoulders with the public.
And there was a few like arguments because someone smacked each other with the bag and.
Oh, I enjoyed those.
But
Those
I
are
was
what makes-
really lucky because where I stood, I identified as a bike. I went in the bike shelter, so nobody could get anywhere near me, and just stood for 3 hours.
Could you imagine Boaty driving a Cybertruck? I'd quite have a Cybertruck.
What is a Cybertruck?
It's the pickup thing that Tesla made that's all...
But that's still a concept.
Yeah.
They took deposits on it, and it still hasn't come out.
They did that video, didn't they? Where
Yeah.
doing
I
the
left
Civil
a
War.
deposit.
Oh yeah, they chucked a ball at the glass, and it was meant to be bulletproof or smash-proof, and it smashed.
I left a deposit in the Queen Mother's favourite Rolls Royce.
Did you?
Yeah. True. I podgered the lady who was about to become Mrs. Boaty in that Rolls Royce, and I left a small deposit.
I do, I do like naked watch along. I don't do my lives naked though, unless I'm paid.
By which she means £3. I know Trace. I've known Trace for a long time. £3 would do it. You'd see the lot. It'd all be there on camera, no problem at all. How much would you want to do a naked live stream? Genuine question. How much would you just say, yeah, I can't turn that down?
10 grand.
That it? I'd probably say 500,000.
Bollocks. You're telling me that if somebody came along with 20 grand and said, get your kit off for a 10-minute live, you'd say no?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You've got too easy a life, sunshine. You've got too easy a life.
Because money's not everything.
Only people who don't need it say that.
I mean, I'm not rich, but money is not everything.
It is
As long
when
as you're healthy and you're happy, that's the main.
Yeah, that's great until you can't pay your rent or you can't pay your mortgage
Yes.
and you're going to end up being homeless.
But if you have a job, that's fine.
I imagine that your mother would feel somewhat differently. on the basis, I'm presuming that it's the lovely Kaz who pays the mortgage. Or, well,
No,
maybe you
the
pay
house
it.
is all
I don't
paid.
know. Well, there you are, you see. You're sitting pretty, aren't you?
Adam says,
It's not my fault.
Adam says, has anyone else climbed in the baggage rack on a train in lieu of there being a free seat? Surprisingly comfortable for the first hour.
Why do you think at 22 years old I'm driving a Rover where all the people my age are driving around cars on finance and brand new sports cars and
Finance,
that?
terrible way to go.
Yeah.
Says you.
Well,
You've got something on finance.
Well,
You told me you had.
I bought the bike on finance, then paid it off.
Oh,
yeah, but finance is alright if you've got the money to, because finance is originally made for cash flow, isn't it?
Hmm.
So long as you can afford it, I don't mind it. But it's the people that like my age go out and buy a car they literally can't afford.
Yeah.
And then you know.
To be fair, I've bought 6 cars I can't afford.
None on the finance.
Not on finance, and they break down.
Yeah. I've got a house I can't. I've got a life I can't afford. I genuinely can't afford to survive.
I would disagree on how I choose love.
You choose love over money.
Yeah.
I think you can find love anywhere when you've got money, but you can't find money if you've got love.
But then, at some point, you're going to get extremely bored and lonely.
Nah, you've got money.
Because why do you think all these rich like celebrities sadly kill themselves? They have all money, so money isn't everything.
Too much love.
Too much hate. Hate.
It's true. You're never lonely when you got money.
Rover Joe says, I really need to come down to the yard one day to see Paul and Boaty. Thanks.
See us do to see us do what?
Yeah, ...
Well, buy us lunch. That's,
Oh, obviously.
that's the new thing then. Yeah. Come to the yard, buy us lunch.
That's it.
Neil,
Yeah,
I've
right.
never seen anyone crying in a Ferrari.
Oh, did I ever? No, I never cried in any of my Ferraris.
Did they ever break down? Were you ever on the hard shoulder trying to get into an engine bay, undoing 1,000,000 bolts?
Do you know? I don't think I ever was.
Do you know it was that funny that I had to record him undoing the bolts because he was actually doing mechanical work.
I was talking about.
Boaty was doing it.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I was talking about this with my friend Martin, and we have both owned early Ferrari 400s, the carburetted version.
Right.
You know the 400?
No.
2-door coupe, very square styling, V12. It's known as the chairman's Ferrari. It was like,
okay.
Apparently Ferraris catch fire.
well, anything will catch fire
Called
if you
engine.
soak it in petrol.
Oh, Lotuses used to do that, didn't they? Because fuel pipe went
Yeah.
over the top of where exhaust manifold were.
And the 400, you never broke down in it because it would break down before you even had a chance to drive it. They were a nightmare. If you left them for 2 days, they'd go out of tune, and they wouldn't start. What other Ferrari? I never broke down in the Mondial. Never broke down in the 355.
I've never broke down in a Ferrari.
Have you ever? I'm too drunk to speak now.
I've driven a Ferrari.
Which one?
No idea.
Right.
I've been in a Ferrari.
Which one?
A Ferrari something Spider. It was a fairly new one.
365? Is that the one?
16.
Oh God, I don't know idea. If it's after 96, I've not got a clue.
I
with
think these
Ferraris.
were, but it was one of them track days where they turn them down basically.
Ah, okay.
So you're very disappointed because you're driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, thinking, well, this is just like a normal Audi, but in a different body shell. And then you notice the guy's got a little meter thing that he can turn throttle up and down with.
I loved it when cars were real character cars.
I've been in an Audi R8. Been in that one.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I used to run my own valeting business.
Again, they can't see this.
I know they can't.
You know what an Audi R8
Dig
looks
that one,
like?
but I can't remember what it was called. It's a spider because the roof.
Oh, that's
went
like a
down.
Stradale or whatever they call
Yeah,
it. Is that one of them with the little bendy bits in front grille?
Yeah.
aren't they?
I can't remember what it was.
That's got a roof. It can't be a spider.
It is. The roof went down.
Oh, did they
It's
do a
manual,
silly,
It's
stupid?
metal.
Oh, okay, a metal.
I've also driven a Range Rover SVR. That was so nice.
What about an
But I
Ariel
don't-
Atom?
No.
They are the best car I've ever driven.
I'd love to drive one of those.
They are great.
I want to drive a City Rover.
Oh,
I
maybe
think
we
that
could
was the
make it
nicest
in-
car I worked for, on a Ford Cosworth.
Oh,
Cosworth?
Mark II.
Yeah,
RS2000.
that was just fully restored. It was a barn find.
There's too many barn finds these days. Everything's a bloody barn find.
It genuinely was though. It was literally a rock box, and the guy spent thousands on.
There's so many barn finds. They must have increased the amount of barns in England by 10.
Well, Cornwall's really big.
Is it? I thought it was small.
Oh, really small. So there's lots of barns hidden.
I sold a barn find E-Type. It had done like 4,000 miles, something like that, and it genuinely was found in a barn.
Yeah.
God, that did good money.
Neil Gibbons says, I've driven a City Rover, you're not missing anything. Well, he said much, but same thing.
That was one of my favourite series of videos of Ian's. I loved his City Rover videos.
Wasn't that the point of the City Rover? It was cheap and tatty for a reason, and it was cheap to buy.
Yeah, but it wasn't cheap enough.
Oh, was it not?
They brought it in from India, and they did a couple of bits to it, but their margin on the car was 100%. Now, if they'd have sold them
Yeah.
really cheaply, and they did reduce the price eventually, but if they'd have sold them super cheap from the word go, they could have been successful. Too drunk to speak.
Too drunk to speak.
I'm tired, that's why
Well,
I'm...
We should be ending this soon anyway, because I've got to drive home.
Oh, fuck
It
yeah,
is
it's half 12.
half
I need to eat. I can go to bed. I've got to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
I think
overpriced.
Julie's already fallen asleep. I've not seen a comment for ages.
If you won the lottery, what would you everyone buy?
Ooh, good question.
I would buy an inflatable Alanis Morissette with electric moving parts.
I think I'd buy a top of the range Volvo V. I think it's a V60.
Volvo?
Yeah.
You
I
win the
love
lottery and
Volvos.
you buy a Volvo.
Oh,
I
what
love
car
Volvo.
would everyone
Yeah.
buy?
I love Volvos.
Lottery win. I couldn't just buy one.
Not a Polestar.
I'd buy a fleet.
Nah, I'm not really into the electric.
Ugh.
I think I'd have to buy a Lamborghini, but I don't know which one.
I know which one I'd buy.
What was the one that had the arrow rear lights on it? Was it Reventon or something?
No idea.
It looked like a dark grey colour. It looked like a stealth plane. But obviously, it were a car.
I don't know.
I would buy a Series 3 Espada.
Alright, okay.
Sick. I keep on calling him sick.
Sick!
And I would buy
I'll be waiting.
Lamborghinis. I'd have a Series 3 Espada, and I would have an early two-wheel drive
Your
Diablo.
wife's still here.
Where is she? Oh,
I think she meant I've been waiting here.
I'm not sleeping until you come home. I will be waiting.
Wait.
And I've been writing here, making funnies, but you've missed it. Tut tut. Well, I have enough listening to you when I'm at home. Never mind reading your messages out
Oh, dear me. I think Joe would be excellent at lives and videos. I would sub and watch. And Skip agrees and says, yes, he would be good at live streams.
I would be probably.
There you go, Joe. Oh,
I generally thought I wouldn't be able to do this.
Mr. Humble.
My anxiety went through the roof. I stood at that door and I thought maybe I'll just say that I don't want to
You just go home.
go home. And then you were like, and then we were meant to walk on at the same time and you stood there. And I'm sat here on my own like...
I'm going to start getting my signal.
You have entertained us well. No, that's it. The door is locked. You can sleep in the garage.
Garage. I've got the keys, Juju. I think.
You hope.
I had. I didn't car.
Don't look at me. I'm taking them.
Them alloys that are on Michael Jackson are quite good.
I'm going to have them refurbished.
Oh, yeah.
The two fronts are corroded.
Nice style though. They're like mini lights-ish, aren't they?
But
What did they
originally that car should have came with steel hubcaps like
Yeah,
Derek.
yeah. What spec is it?
I think it's an LX. I think.
No, there wasn't an LX.
Oh,
was
not
there?
an
IS, maybe? It's got windows, it's got front windows, it hasn't got...
Got
an
IL.
Got one electric
IL.
window.
Yeah.
IL,
One electric window, yeah.
IL 16 valve Mark 1.
IL.
And it's got 101.9 bhp.
Wow.
Gets to 62 in 10.2 seconds. Top speed of 115. Economy should be urban 32, extra urban 53. Combined is 42.8.
Well, Rover Joe said IL, isn't it? He knows his stuff, Rover Joe. I
Yeah.
I
assume
said
that.
IL. I
Yeah.
know
I
my
was
stuff
close.
as well.
IX.
No, you said LX.
Oh, was it?
Which is
it's a Ford
Ford.
thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Ford thing,
That's
yeah.
why. Is
Dinosaur.
IL the lowest spec? Yeah. Oh, I've got a poverty
It's got,
spec.
it's got electric windows.
It's
it
got
can't be the
aircon.
lowest.
Has it got air?
Yeah. Which
That
is
won't
really...
work.
It does. It does. See, they must have had it regassed. There's an
Oh.
invoice. When he had the head done, and he had the 4 new tyres put on it for the MOT when he owned it, had it gassed. Does.
Did
Does that-
somebody else do the head on it then?
No. Senior
okay.
Mustard did that.
Oh, I thought it did.
Fucking hell, you're better buying a car off senior than junior, aren't you?
Ross says
4 new tyres and the aircon regas.
Yeah, 4 new.
Good luck
one-cell
getting that off
tyres
Captain Mustard.
at £300. The regas would be probably about.
Did you have lunch
60.
at the yard? Asks Ross. No,
No.
we broke down. We didn't get to the yard until 6 o'clock this evening.
But we did have lunch. Me and Jason had lunch in a Morrison's cafe,
We did.
which is really nice. Oh, there you go. It was IEILIS then GTI, so it's mid spec then.
There you go. And then later on they added IXL, which of course Shison is. And the IXL gets full leather, electric sunroof, coronet alloy wheels, rear armrest, rear pockets in the back of the front seats, and many other wonderful things.
I do like the leather seats.
Ah, they're
Just don't
wonderful.
like the sunroof.
Oh, sunroof's great.
No, they're an absolute pain when they go wrong and they leak like a sieve.
Oh, everything's a pain when it goes wrong. Wives are a pain when they go wrong.
sunroofs means that your headliner won't sag too much though.
It already is
That
sagging.
as well.
But it'll not get any worse.
No, but it does need doing.
Yeah, but it hasn't got a sunroof, so it will get worse.
Does it not?
It is what? The MJ hasn't got a sunroof, but the headlining is sagging at the back. When
Yeah,
it
it's
moves.
because it's not got a sunroof.
But it has aircon, which is really strange. So I
That
thought
is
they-
really strange. Could have been. I could get my brochure out and tell you exactly what the spec was.
Go for it.
Do they really want to see that?
Yes.
At 12:30 in the
At
morning.
12:30 in the morning?
Instead of windy bottom, it's leaky bottom.
We'll do that tomorrow. Are you live in tomorrow night as well?
Well, that means I'll be
Well, you-
staying 2 nights, won't it?
Well, you'll be here tomorrow night.
You're going to be here tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
Do I need to explain how
Oh yeah.
time works?
Well, I guess I'm going to be here again.
So you might as well live.
Mm.
You can do it on your own.
Mm.
I'll go to bed.
It's fun. I'll gain you some subscribers. Maybe.
Oh, confidence. Confidence. Where's my wine? Right, I think we're about done, aren't we, darlings?
Yes.
God, I'm drunk.
Lots of title suggestions. You will have to scrolly back in the chat.
Oh, I'll do that
I
tomorrow.
don't think you've named any of the lives.
I've named all of them. What are you on about?
Have you?
Yeah, look at my videos.
What did you take my suggestion on that one that time? Probably not.
Right, let's go through these brilliant live names. Don't scroll past them.
I was
Halfway.
trying to that's why.
Right, so we've got the Power of Prayer and Inoperative Windscreen Wipers. That's a good one. We've got Tiffany, 2 battered sausages and 2 large curry sauces. Well, that's fucking inspired, isn't it?
You do realise you can just do this.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Clutch my little boo, the coleslaw needs work.
That's quite good. In for a penny, in for 99p.
Yeah? See, genius.
That one was the normal one. How do you like your membership? I like mine with a
With
See?
what?
with a sock.
You can't buy this sort of shit.
Well, you can.
Well, yeah, you can. For just 99p per month, darlings. Tremendous value.
The one not to watch.
Oh, well, that was the one where Matt
Oh.
threw his toys out the front.
I thought it sounded like a Friends episode. That
Yeah.
they all started with
Get
the
your
one.
feet out, Boaty, but the internet says no. Yeah.
That was when I was going to do my foot thing naked, free, and the
Oh, yeah,
internet went
that
off.
was funny.
Shall I fight you out, darlings?
Tonight on Bottom Gear.
Right, here we go. Hold on.
Pingu put in brackets, minge bag springs a leak. I guess that's a title.
Oh, right, yeah. And she did.
Thanks for a fun night, guys. It was awesome. Thank you very much.
Who said that?
Braveheart Tina.
Okay.
Pingu Pongo. Boaty. He's currently fingering the ball.
I've got a wine turd.
Pingu put Boaty, can you please do a live when you break down tomorrow? He generally was going to do a live, but the AA man turned up far too quick.
Who said that?
Harsh,
Pingu.
harsh but fair, Pingu.
Rover
Harsh
Joe
but fair.
put, no, I was enjoying it tonight. So he doesn't want it to end.
Oh, you carry on. I'll just go to bed. I can give them some hot tin opener action.
Oh dear.
Oh, somebody's done a nice thing. There's a green thing. Who's done a nice
Oh,
thing?
someone's become a city rover.
Oh,
Very
it's
nice.
Ali Mac. Bless him. Oh, City Rover. We have a new channel member, darlings, and that is a wonderful thing. And I will do the new channel member dance.
Steve S. Paul put, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very, very, very much. Thank you for being a channel member and for your 99p.
Oh, Ali Mac gifted one Boaty World membership.
Oh,
Where's
oh,
Matt?
oh.
Where's Matt?
Right, who's got it? Right.
Oh, your wife got it. Jolly was gifted a membership.
Oh, Julie's got it. Oh,
Wow.
thank you, Ali Mac.
Yay!
And, I love it when people
I don't
give
even know how they
memberships.
work.
So you get a gift and it'll come up on your screen and you click it there. like,
You have to
and then
accept
you
it.
be able to accept it.
I'm a Hobnut channel member.
Oh,
Yes, you
I'm
said.
a VIP.
I got gifted. And I'm a Joseph Lloyd Vehicle Consulting channel member. I still haven't joined Mustard's or yours.
I regret it.
Well, you can't join mine.
Oh no. No, I can't.
Fiver that costs.
In that case, I would. What
The Lloyd Consulting.
No, no. His top one is £18.
I'm alright. Sorry, but.
You get a t-shirt.
Oh, do you?
Mm.
That's something that Simone could do, but I think she's gone to sleep.
I won't blame her.
No. Oh, you're going to get breakfast in the morning. I've got to get my ass out of bed. I'm going to be all tired and grumpy, and I don't even
I
get
can bring you a
breakfast.
takeaway one. I'm allowed anything that I want.
Bring me a sausage.
A cold sausage.
Just 2 breakfasts, 1 in a box.
Yeah, because the lady came over and was like, "Oh, you get to pick what would you like?" And I went, "Oh, can I just have 1 of each?" And she went, "Are you sure you just want 1?" And the guy next to me was like, "I'll have 4 sausages." And I was like, "I just want 1."
I'll bring some sausages. Let's have sausages on the way over.
Sausages. Okay, I'll do that. Rover Joseph needs to do a £50 level. Have you got money?
What would you do for 50 quid though? What would be the...
I'd do anything for 50 quid. Literally anything.
Would you rearrange all your herb pots so they weren't in order?
Yes.
Can I just say something? You haven't noticed that these are not straight.
I don't care, I'm pissed. I just want to eat. 20 to 1. I've had a bad day.
Let's finish this.
Oh, someone else. Braveheart Tina's become a city rover.
Oh, brilliant! Another one. Oh shit! I've got to do the dance. Hang on.
Neil, are you still watching?
Second.
Oh, you were going to do the
Yeah.
dance for a £5.
Michael would pay £50 for the foot level.
Thank you, thank you very, very, very much. Thank you for being a channel member, and thank you for the 99p.
Stephen S. Pulper, anything in capital letters with lots of eyes.
Hang on, where's Simon gone?
Lou,
Oh.
spend a penny.
Oh.
He's gone to look at the picture that's
He's-
upstairs at the right
yeah.
hand side of it.
Oh, that's Robin. And I can't remember a
Am
surname.
I still getting a fiver if I do the poo dance thing?
The poo dance?
Or the, the dance
What's
that
that?
you do at the
I
end?
need a poo. I need a poo. I'm having to walk like this because I need a poo.
No, that was
I'm
us
trying to squeeze it in.
this morning being towed.
Oh, fuck it. Have you had a shit in the hotel room yet?
Yes,
Ah, was it good?
yes.
Nice one.
The only thing I don't like about the hotel is it's not got a loo roll. It's got that bloody stupid thing where you just keep getting one sheet.
Oh,
I
I
hate
couldn't be
that.
doing with that.
So you're just there forever trying to get enough.
Oh no, I called room service and demanded the bloody Andrex double quilted. Thank you very much. I wouldn't. No, seriously, I wouldn't stand for that.
That's one thing I've got to ask actually when I get. Hopefully the lady's still there because I actually have run out of toilet paper. Because it wasn't full when I got there. It was like half full. Or just under.
Right, I think you passed a solid.
What?
Right, I can hear it coming down the pipe.
Oh.
There's a splosh. He's passed a solid up there. And can I just, make sure, go before you leave the hotel, because no solids are allowed to be passed in this.
No, I just can't wait to get back to the room. It's going to be freezing cold. It's going to be so nice. Aircon is on the coldest setting at 18 degrees.
Oh, you'd love this place in winter. You freeze your ass off. No,
I hate my room.
you don't need aircon when you can't afford gas.
Apparently you did a poo. He heard it splosh.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's a thing, right? Now, I didn't know it was a thing, but when Boo and I moved into the cottage in Matlock Bath, and I'd never spotted this before, but if you stood outside the door to have a cigarette, which both Boo and I did quite frequently, and I used to stand out there with little Miss just chilling out and whatever, watching the world go by, because Matlock Bath is beautiful, you know? And, the bikers used to spoil it and I wanted to kill them. But no offence to you and your leather-clad brethren. But yeah, we often used to stand, and I realised that the pipe that came down from the lavatory, if a solid was passed, you could hear it splosh as it hit the bottom. So we knew when somebody went to the loo, we knew if they'd passed the solid or not. And we told Boo about it. It was me and Little Miss who realised it first. Boo had gone to the loo, and we just happened to be standing by the pipe, and you heard this splosh, and we said, "Oh, your mum's done a plop." And so we came and we said, "You've done a poo. We heard it." And she said, "I'm never going to the toilet in this house, in this cottage again. Never, ever, ever." And it became a thing. And now I've realised you can do it here as well. You know the drain pipe of dreams, where Mustard and I did the drain pipe of dreams?
Yeah.
That's the poo pipe. You can hear it. So if somebody passes so no solids are to be passed in this cottage to one another, and I will be checking.
Tracy put, "I want you all to sing the Barry Shitpeas song in harmony."
What did she say?
Shitpeas.
They call him Barry Shitpeas because he shits peas. There you go.
That's a fiver. Your wife put,
Oh, now we're getting an insight into at home with smashing Bristols.
What's she put?
"You should take a wooden spoon and a bin metal lid when you have a poo and make noises with it to cover the noises. Simon will know what I'm referring to."
Have you seen Count Arthur Strong?
I love Count Arthur Strong. Although you shouldn't see him, you should only hear him on the radio. 9848. This one.
Do you remember them, do you?
Yeah, they're all dated.
Oh, I see.
So that's 28.
So what's that, staff curry?
Staff curry sauce, yeah. To which I will add chicken and fresh tomato.
I'm going to make a move. Because it is tray late for me.
Hold on.
How long are you to your home then? An hour?
We'll fart them out.
Oh, are you doing the ending?
Oh God, yeah, it's got to be done.
Thank you for a lovely live.
Yes,
And I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, you get double jow.
Don't know if that's a good thing.
Get ready to dance. When I unmute it,
How long does it go on for?
55 seconds, you can go.
55 whole seconds.
Push me out of the way. I don't know, I'm just trying to come
I
in.
can't do that.
This better not become a short.
Oh, good thinking. And on that bum note, my darlings, we are all going to bid you a very fond farewell.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your company.
Neil's comment, "That's a fiver well spent."
There you go. Listen, guys, thank you so much. Have a safe and peaceful night. Take the best care of yourselves that you can and have the best day that you can tomorrow. My thanks to my two co-hosts, stroke guests, Joe Shufflecock and Simon from Smashing Pistons. And yeah, that is it for tonight. Have a safe and peaceful one. Much love to you all. I will be back 11 o'clock tomorrow night in the company of the lovely Joe. And Simon you will see at some point. And of course, you will always see him on his channel, Smashing Pistons. Watch, subscribe, enjoy. And
2 out of 3 is not bad.
all right, darling, see you tomorrow. Much love to you all. Thank you again, and good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, hang on. And it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
And it's good night for me.
There you go.
And me.
Right now, bugger off. Be about your business.
Neil, I won that 5.